Hello, Mars is. Oh,
Hey,
there she is.
Oh, you couldn't hear me?
Not at the beginning. Not until you said hi, y'all.
Dude, I made it like in clutch time. I was getting some last minute stuff done. I was hurrying. I was on a time limit, but I made it.
Yes. Guys, I hope it's not disappointing. I may not do character tarot, and I may try to work on all of the reference pieces, because I have literally tomorrow before Art Fight to finish these guys. Not that Art Fight starts the next week, but that I'm not at my computer. And, well, technically the deadline for the other thing has passed. It's much more flexible, so we might be doing this today. I hope no one's disappointed. It wasn't a game, so...
Definitely nice. Hello, Dichotomy. Hello, Mason. Cool Cat. Slasher. Oh, I see you in there, too. And I think that's everybody for now. Why is my Discord going crazy? Who the hell is pinging left and right? Oh my god, shut up, Discord.
Mars is having a time, guys.
It keeps pinging and I don't know why. Why the hell is it pinging? It doesn't do this.
I think that's good.
Okay, I think it finally shut up. Yay.
Does he look okay? I'm trying to do the eyes. But hello, everybody. Dichotomy, Cool Cat, Mason. I saw somebody else. Pastry Puff, Slasher. Yeah, that was the other person. Yes, Invisible Wires. That one, I died laughing when I kept listening to that one. What is... This has a layer and it's not... Okay.
I just watched that one too, Slasher, because I always watch our videos as they come out, you know, gotta contribute to the view count. Also, they're just fun. But,
fun to remember.
I remember how furious I was about the wires. Like, hello, circus, he's a performer. Why can't they set up wires?
It was her pants 2.0.
Meanwhile, Ori and Dylan were like, no, it couldn't be wires. It was outside.
No, and then Dylan's like, he did fly away. And you're like, he didn't fly.
Wires outside.
That's not what I said.
I got heated because I thought he was being sarcastic when he said he flew away. Like, oh, okay, Mars, he flew away. All right, that's what we'll accept. I thought he was doing that to me. Also, apologies in advance, guys. I was very late.
Are you on Art Fight, Mason?
So I am eating dinner on stream. My apologies in advance.
You gotta link your Art Fight thing. We need more seafoam people.
We really do. The team is lacking this year.
We're really down. We're like way down. What, we're like 92,000 to like 105,000. We gotta get them seafoam peeps.
Imagine eating. Cool Cat, you're telling me you don't eat? Do you photosynthesize?
Cool Cat never eats. Yes, put your Art Fight in the foyer, Pastry Puff.
The phrase "imagine eating" makes me think Cool Cat doesn't eat.
Oh, Mason, Art Fight is specifically the like event that starts in July. On the site, it's a whole website and everything like that. But, however, I have in the past done the if you make fan art of our boys, it'll happen. But I'm gonna warn you right now. Well, it's on the list. It's gonna be a little bit. Solely because I'm away next week, and then Art Fight starts, and Art Fight is like a timed month that I have no control over. I'm a pawn in the machine. I have to do my duty, but
feel very bad for Ori.
It will happen as like our server thing that I have done before, where if you make fan art of the Outcast boys, I will make fan art of one of your characters. But that is something that's something that's on the Ori timeline, but I can promise that it'll happen. But I gotta tell you, I did an art trade.
It seems like the Art Fight stuff would come a lot sooner.
Well, yeah, because that's points, you know? That's points. Even if it's friendly fire. But what did I had an art trade with Nicole, and that took me like 3 months or something, and I feel bad, but life is life. How long did this take me to get Nicole back?
Oh, I see, Cool Cat.
Yeah, Nicole did
I'm sorry,
something
your
for me
stomach hates
in
you.
May. and I only, like, the beginning of May, and I only just returned. Okay, that's only about a month and a week. That's not as bad as I thought, actually. I thought it was way worse.
That's not a terrible turnover time.
Yeah.
Cool Cat, what did you do to get your stomach to hate you?
Yeah, that sounds like you should know. You should mark that down, what it was, so you don't do it again. That's the secret.
Imagine that. Keeping a journal for the stuff you can't eat.
Nah, food-related things is hard, because besides, like, full-on allergies, most stuff doesn't, like, occur right away, you know? So it's hard to, like, even if you do write it down, it's like,
hard
what
to pinpoint
what is
what
it?
The hell caused it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The biggest issue is the, that's why, like, mushrooms are still really dangerous, even though we do technically have the ability to, like, save you from a lot of mushroom poisons. What happens is they don't, like, express themselves until, like, 4 to 6 weeks after you've eaten a poisonous mushroom. Most of them, not all of them. And so it's like, what is this? What's happening? And you're like, I don't know, because fuck, if you can remember what you ate, like, yesterday or 2 days ago, you know? And so it's like, yeah, nope. And then you die because you just don't know what it is fast enough. Don't eat mushrooms you don't know, kids.
Yeah, that's words to live by.
Don't eat yourself off a cliff, friends. Don't eat yourself.
Don't eat yourself off. Oh boy, there are many directions I could go, but I ain't going there.
Well, the word we actually said was yeet, but,
Well, yeet is just a good friggin' word.
Exactly. But I'm just saying that the whatchamahoos. Oh. Also, okay, we're gonna do art fight shit again because I'm very excited. I'm very happy. And honestly, this stream might turn into, like, this slot of stream might turn into art fight shit too, solely because half of, like, the OCs people have are, like D&D related characters. So it works out.
I mean, that's just top tier choice.
This is it. This is good.
She is quite silly, PCM.
But,
Oh, 100% Cool Cat. That is very true, and I am sorry you were experiencing that.
We'll add my link to Pastry Puffs. We're on the same team, and now I know Pastry Puffs is part of it. There's all these little assets you could use in your little bio. I update them every time. Look, little seafoam ones. And then also, there is a cool, so they have, like, official assets, but something people do is they'll put a little overlay over their attacks so you can see that it was, like, who it was from. So here's, like, a bunch of options. I really like, so this artist's partner did 2 for last year that I used, and I mean, I love it. It's like little pixel art, but there's lots of fun ones. There's animated ones.
Oh, that's really neat.
All this cool stuff. Oh, somebody did banners now. It just got updated, so there's more shit. Look at these. Love that stuff.
Oh, that's so cool.
We gotta add that to my thing now.
I love that.
But yeah, so, like, last year's was vampires versus werewolves, so this is that person's partner via Takea. So I used the werewolf one over my thing, and it's just fun little stuff. Look at that. They did werewolf teeth and vampire teeth. So cute, so cute. Little stuff. Look at all these assets. Oh, it's so cool. Where are these? These are, you go to the top of the Art Fight website, you go to help, you go to art assets. Then this gives you the official ones, but at the top here it says user submitted assets, and there's a little link. You click that, and then you open it for, I mean, it's already open to this one. But then the way to put it in, so these you have to, like, usually, these you go and you click on the person, and then you scroll, and so it's like, oh, download them, and you go to the art, so here you go to their DeviantArt, and you can download them from there. But for the little assets that you put in your, like bio, you usually click copy image address, and then you go to your profile, and you edit your profile. And where do I want it at the top, or do I want it after? I think I want it after this, so I'll add a little enter there. And then we click this little image. We paste the URL there, and boom! Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Bada bing, bada boom.
And there we go. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love it. The pixel artists here are so good. It's great,
That is
great
gorgeous.
shit. Yes, this is that art fight junk. Boy, Wesley was... There you go. D&D. Yeah, a lot of them are D&D. And so there's a lot of people, so you can like, these are people who follow me, but you can also go to followers.
I don't think it's
I always
too late
forget.
to join Cool Cat.
Oh, no. Never too
if
late.
you really want to.
It's
go for
July
it.
1st is the start of the thing. I think you can still join as it's going on.
Jim, hello.
Oh, hello, Joel and Jim. You just go to this site, artfight.net, and you sign up. And then at the top here, it'll say like undecided, and you can pick your team. So it's Seafoam versus Stardust. Yeah, Stardust has 106,000, where Seafoam only has 92,000. Join Team Seafoam. Woo!
You guys gotta catch up.
We gotta join Team Seafoam. And yeah, so basically starting July 1st is you start drawing other people's characters. So you go, and you can go, you can like browse members, but you can also like, I have people who follow me and I follow back. So I always forget where the whole thing is. It's somewhere. I don't know, but this works fine. So these are people that follow me, and you can see by the color of their name what team they're on. So green is Team Seafoam, and purple is Team Stardust, and then these people haven't chosen yet, or maybe they're not participating this year, but then you can like click on someone's name. This is funny, Ori rocks. They're no relation to me. It's just a funny sort of thing. Well, let's go to Epixel. We love Epixel. And so you can see this is their little thing. You can go to characters. These are all their characters. You click in and you get all the references for them. I love Kyo. This is her like D&D character. This is the newer image. It's so good. Look at how cute she is. She's adorable. We love her. We stan. You can bookmark characters here, and it puts it in like a little list you have for characters you want to attack. You can see the attacks that they made. So this is the attacks that this person made. Where's our beautiful boy? Here he is. Love him. Mwah, mwah. Love him. And then you can see the things that other people drew.
Such a good Hotson.
You can see the things that the attacks people made on the user. So as you can see here, look, I have the little like border here on the two that I made for her, and I'm very proud of this one. Lovely. This is mostly the art fight stuff that I do. It's just easy and it's quick, you know, and you get the character in there. These sort of busts. This one's actually a little more polished. It'll be more on the lines of like this one. But that's sort of the vibe. Now we go for just
who
to get
created Art Fight? Who do we have to thank for
I
this
have no idea. It's
chaos?
been going on for heckin' years and years and years. But yeah.
Oh, my condolences, Cool Cat.
Oh no, Cool Cat. We got
homework
the
is
Secret
paid no
Santa.
matter how fun. Is the homework fun?
Wait, Pastry Puff, you got Epixel for Secret Santa? Oh my god, you need to put in what, I need to see what they drew. Or you drew for them. Which character did you get to draw? Kyo? I don't even know. I love Kyo.
Oh
Kyo's
my gosh,
great.
that's amazing.
We love Kyo. There's somebody else in here. A fair amount of Kaz's, people do. I think it was Keeper of Kitsune. Yeah, I got to draw their character for Kaz's Secret Santa. I got to draw this character, Elena, with the wings. I mean, I chose. This was one of the options.
So pretty.
But I love the wings. Had to do it with the wings. So good. Yes, do it, Pastry Puff.
Please do.
And but I think this year. See, I bookmarked. You can see the little bookmark. I'm gonna draw Aurora as a newer character, and they have little words that I can't remember. God, I'm blanking on the name of the words. Kieran, yes, that's the word. She's got little Kieran scales now. But just basically, I draw like plus human designs. Those are the ones I gravitate towards.
Ori very much likes human plus.
Yeah, human plus. As you can see, the outcast. Let's look at the level. We'll get the lovely Kyo. Oh, Mason, I don't know if you're still in here. I read your update for the comic, and there's one panel I really liked that probably will be the little fan art I do as a redraw of the panel because I really liked it. Let's find Webtoon.
Oh yeah, chapter 3. I checked that out today
chapter
too.
3.
I like the bonding moment between her and the friend. That one was sweet.
No, built this way. There it is. Lovely. Please do things. Gotta zoom out. It's always weird on the computer. I like this interaction with the eyes, but I specifically like this panel. I really feel this. Don't you? Like, I really feel the emotion that she has. Right,
yeah,
this right here.
Tears in the eyes are an
Just
extra.
The little tears, the little pupils, like the whole thing, the angle. Right, I don't know.
Now that I look at
it is very Hotsun. It is. I mean, but like, well, this one's still good. Something about this angle really gives, like it really hits. I don't know. I really like this one. I kept looking at this one, Mason. I really liked this one, but very fun. That one I really enjoyed. Also, I'm ready to meet Darwin. I'm excited for Darwin. Darwin seemed fun.
Ooh. Sea cat and wandering mantis.
Ooh. Nice.
Creature.
Oh, I remember seeing this one. Pastry Puff. So cute on the bench. Oh, this one's really nice. Oh, is that colored pencil? I like the angle. Very nice at the background.
This is nice. Yeah, I like the perspective here a lot.
Yeah, I'm really getting into it now, Mason. I'm really feeling it in the comic. I'm really excited to see how it goes. And the teacher felt really like real with the like, have your friend talk for herself. You're like, I felt that.
I heard the teacher say that before too.
Like teacher, could you anxiety, please chill. Thank you. Okay, I was drawing eyes. That's what I was doing. We got distracted. Showing off our lovely server members' art. Yes, this is the correct thing.
Or he's in crunch mode because vacation is right around the corner.
Literally 5 a.m. Saturday. Have I packed yet? No, so that's something else I have to do tomorrow. But it worked out that there's no stream tomorrow. It happened Wednesday. So in a way, honestly, worked out real well. Thank you, Mars.
I totally forgot. Well, thank my friend who's getting married. Because that's the real person you gotta thank.
Thank her for me when you see her, all right?
I shall.
And tell her congratulations. Yes.
From one engaged person to another.
It'll be a while on my end. Every once in a while we get like a oh, so when is it gonna be? And I'm like, eventually. Not because I don't want to get married, just because I don't want to plan it.
No, please make it a while. My wallet took a hit.
Will be a while.
And I would do it again. I would gladly do it again.
Honestly,
but I need time to recover.
Out of all of the weddings you probably you will have been to by time it's my turn, mine's probably gonna be the most low key by
this
fucking
is
far.
my second one, actually.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm like,
mine's gonna
two
be
people who are married.
Very low key. We're talking like cocktail hour only. Not even trying to do like dance floor stuff. You know, like appetizers and too.
Sounds like tea time.
I was working on Aang. Yeah, it's It's yeah, basically Mars, basically. Also, there's literally like the wedding party is possibly only 2 people, one for each of us, maybe 3. So you know, very small. It's gonna be bigger than we want just because like the family size exists, but we're definitely not doing anything major. The
Gotcha.
Finger Lakes, very nice.
Ooh.
But yes, Aang. You're welcome,
I mean, that
Mason.
just seems fitting, Cool Cat.
Yes, Ithaca. The city. We have a lot of... In New York, there's a lot of places named after, like, the Greek and Italian and Rome places. Because there's Rome,
It's
New
a
York.
strange
There's Ithaca,
trend,
New
but
York.
I
There's
don't hate it.
Syracuse, New York. There's a bunch of that. I feel like there is Athens, New York, but I could be wrong about that one. But I feel like it's true. The other ones I know for certain. But yeah, Mason, I like reading your comic when it comes up.
Yeah, that's a fun one. I like that one a lot.
I'm definitely excited to see where it goes. Alright, his nose doesn't need anything. This mouth does need something. And you know what? We're gonna put it in this same layer. Because I'm lazy. And I'm gonna fix this one because it's already messed up. There we go. You know, they tell you, like, stay zoomed out when you draw, and, like, that's important to a point, but, like, sometimes you gotta zoom in.
It do be true.
Sometimes you gotta zoom in. I
Sometimes
will say, I'm definitely
that's the way
happy
of the world.
that I didn't end up trying to, words and all that. Didn't end up trying to shade these. It would just be too much.
That would have been hell that you would have put yourself through.
Indeed.
No, no. No, no, no. Don't need
No, 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 no. I will admit, Ferrex is gonna have more layers than I would have liked.
He looks so strange with just the ears and no hair. I'm so used to his hair blocking at least 30-40% of his ears. There we go, that's better.
I added it just for you.
Uh.
Is this the problem?
I don't
Yeah, it is the problem. How do I fix this problem without wanting
Guys?
to die?
You ever just have a day that you're doing stuff and it's like, oh shit, I'm an adult now? Like, you ever just have a day like that? Like, it could be the most mundane thing. You're running errands, but you're also, like, running all over the place, like, trying to time everything perfectly, look for the stuff you need, and then it just hits you like, oh, wow, I'm doing adult stuff right now. I don't know, is that just a me thing?
Trying to think. Definitely when I've had to do, like, not necessarily, like, running around, but, like, signing up for, like, health insurance and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That one gets
That
me.
would definitely be one of those moments where it's like, oh shit, I'm an adult.
Yeah. Okay. This is good. This is better this way. It's like...
literally go since 6 a.m. this morning.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's a little bit of a balancing act to see how I need the layers to layer. Like right there.
There they go.
Yeah, there you go. Athens, New York. See, I was right. Alright, I'm actually gonna be right back. I need to get ice.
Yes, it was way too freaking hot today, and it still is! I also hear we're due for thunderstorms all friggin' weekend. And I am very glad I will not be here for them. Hopefully, you know, I'm not leaving the state, but I am going somewhere that isn't here. So hopefully there will be different weather. My fingers are certainly crossed. How is the weather for you guys all? Are you surviving? Are you melting? Oh, geez, 83 degrees. I wonder... I know it was definitely 87 earlier today, but I wonder what it is right now. Let's see. 76. Barely tolerable. There aren't enough fans in the world. And it's so hard to do things when it's hot. Like, I was trying to work on the script in between things today. I really was. And my brain was just like, no, it's hot. You want to do other things now. I'm
But
like,
Mars!
No, I really don't, actually. I know!
No, sadly the ice is not because it is hot. Sadly the ice is because Ori got her pointer and middle finger jammed in a door.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Because you did mention that, but never...
Yeah! So,
what's the
I
story?
came home from work yesterday, and Dylan and Doug had off from work yesterday, and I went to use the bathroom. There's one bathroom. And the door was closed, but sometimes it's closed. And I had seen Dylan, so I knew Dylan was not in the bathroom. And Doug's bedroom door was also closed, which usually means he's inside his room. So I did, you know, we always lock the bathroom door. So I did, like, try the knob, which did seem to be locked. But what happened was that it didn't seem like the door was latched. So the door opened, and then, I guess in my surprise... Or, you know, to then stop turning the handle and, like, push the door open, whatever, I let go, and you know, Doug was in there, and he slammed the door on my fingers.
Eee!
Yeah. So sometimes they hurt. I'm managing to keep the bruising down. The swelling, not so much, but the bruising, we're good so far.
That's a plus. You got something.
We're good so far. I hope that part will be done soon. But definitely need the ice. Because it's rough on the joints.
That it is.
Because it didn't slam on the knuckle, it slammed in between the, like, hand knuckle and the first knuckle. So, like, on the main
worst
part.
Place.
But the swelling of it puts, like, a little ache in the joints. So we gotta ice it sometimes.
The swelling, and then when you put, like, direct cold on it, sometimes makes it freeze and feel hard to move. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah, I also have, like, tape on them because that helps with blood flow and all this sort of stuff to, like, keep the bruising down as well. But, so, there's not much discoloration yet. I was worried I was gonna have, like, 2 black fingers.
At least you didn't need a splint or anything.
No, I'm very glad that they are not broken or sprained or any of those words in any way. They definitely just sometimes ache. Ache a little bit.
That's good. Your hands are healing themselves.
Indeed. But, alright, I think we solved what layer everything for Ferrex will be on. It's been raining.
I mean, is it a cold rain or is it one of those warm rains?
Which sucks.
Like humid rains.
Those suck.
Maybe Pastry Puff, you can send your rain to Cool Cat.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Cool Cat seems to want the rain.
Cool Cat's like, please.
I bless the rains down in Cool Cat's land.
Okay, so you do a little cleanup here, because I'm perfectionist, even though I shouldn't be bothering. I have a deadline. Okay.
That's right.
But what I did this
Look up the
for
face.
is because I wanted to be able to spread the fur from the tail area on his
okay.
back. That
Give it a
means,
bit more of an anchor.
yeah, but that means I am gonna have to redraw that one back definition line.
It'll be okay.
It will be okay.
A minor inconvenience at best. Ugh, oh god.
It's too early, Mars. Not yet.
I went so many places today.
Was that why you were adulting?
Yes. Well, firstly, Mars was an idiot, you guys. I need a new charging cable for my phone because my other one was completely totaled. So I thought I'd be smart yesterday and pick up one after, you know, my internship and stuff because it was on the way home and I was like, I'm so smart. I'm killing two birds with one stone. I picked up the wrong damn cable. Not only did I pick up one that was 2 meters long, so it's like the cable keeps going forever. It's so long. But it also was the lightning connector to USB connector, not the lightning to charging brick connector. I forget
regular
what that's
USB.
called. Yeah. It was like special Mac USB, and I was like, now I gotta go back and redo the whole thing.
Usually it's USB-C to USB-C.
That was it. Yeah. I don't deal with letters.
Okay. I've realized
I just know this is the skinny end, this is the fat end. The fat end goes in the plug that goes in the wall, and the skinny end goes in phone. Easy peasy, rice and cheesy.
I've
Don't
realized
give me letters.
that Ferrex, unfortunately, we have to look back at his original doll. Ferrex's lines of collar don't work as well as Milano's. Yeah, they don't. So we're just gonna ignore the human version for now because it's not like I was putting it on Artfight anyway. And we're just gonna go for, I'm just gonna go for the collar version. Because I think no matter what, I'm gonna have to do his whole body as a different version. Because of the arms and the things. I can't
Ferrex,
do just
why
legs.
are you the most complicated boy?
You know, because I'm skipping it, it means it's easier. It's really not a big deal. It'll just be literally like copying his body like over and then just recoloring it, which, you know, solid.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Which isn't terrible. It just means he'll have to have like a whole separate human body like layer instead of how like Milano's is like I can toggle it on and off.
Yeah. He's not gonna have that.
Nah. And you know what? It's fine. Again, it's not like I was putting the human reference on Artfight. That was more for me. So I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna be kind of skipping the human portions for now.
Skip.
Skip, indeed.
No, Cool Cat. My kitty did not eat the charger.
Exactly.
At least not to my knowledge. But the end that plugged into the phone and the little plastic bit, it was peeling off and kind of cracking. I think it was just wear and tear. And then it cracked off fully, exposing the wire. So I was like, I should just get a new one since I'm going on this trip tomorrow. I might as well have something reliable so it doesn't crap out on me.
Yeah.
But then I bought the wrong damn thing.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
I will, Mason. Oh geez. Misty has not been enjoying this heat.
Oh, I can imagine.
She is just under the coffee table 24/7 and she's like splayed out. She is not happy. She is a black long-haired cat.
Yeah.
And she was not built for summer. Which is so sad. I want to take her outside. We have a screen room that we set up every summer. And it's basically what it sounds. It's a portable room. The walls fold out. We have to set it up. and then we throw a roof over it, and the walls are screens. It's a screen room. And usually most summers we take her out in it because, like, when my mom and I are gardening, she gets really lonely in the house and, like, she'll start yowling at us. Actually, all of our cats did that. Oh, maybe not Simba. Simba didn't really care too much. Scurry definitely got
Simba
needy.
unbothered.
Simba was just happy to be alive. Like, so with Simba, we found her, she was hanging around our backyard sometime between, like, the transition between summer and fall. Because I remember my mom saying, okay, when it starts to get colder and no one's claimed her, we'll take her in. And obviously that's what happened. But, like, this poor cat, she wasn't a kitten. She was definitely, like, a full-grown cat. So I don't know how long she had been on her own. I don't know how her life was prior, but we opened our back door and we thought we'd had to coax her in for a very long time. She ran in. She was like, I am done being a stray. I am ready for the good life. Let me in.
Not an outdoor cat. Give me the inside.
Yeah, Simba was just thrilled to be alive. She was just a vibe cat. She loved to cuddle,
Vi.
but she never got too needy. Hello, Vi. Or no, it is Vi because it's Violet.
It's Violet. Yeah, I always do it.
Right.
It's Vi.
I always want to say
Violet.
V, but I know it's Vi for Violet.
The cat distribution system, exactly.
I will let Misty know you say hello, Dichotomy. But yeah, the whole thing with the screen room is Misty is needy as well. And honestly, I think that's past shelter behavior. She used to be in a room with like 12 to 15 other cats. So like divided attention, not a bad thing per se, but animals crave attention and it's very hard to delegate between 14 other cats also vying for said attention.
Yeah.
So I can understand how we got from point A to point B. But, like, this year, it's so friggin' hot. And, like, yes, it's shaded because of the roof, but, like, I almost don't want to take her out because I'm scared she's going to get heat stroke.
Yeah. This
just
time...
so damn hot out there.
This time this year is so hot. It's just early. Like, it's not like we don't get this hot. It's just early, This is, like, August, July weather, Not June weather.
Like, this is way too early. Like, no.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Roval.
Oh, sorry, Roval. But also mood.
I don't watch the news for this reason.
It is so funny. I do try to stay up to date with news just because, like, I want to know. I want to be informed. But even funnier, at my internship,
I do it secondhand.
Because it's a adult place, they have the news on constantly.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot escape it.
It's like
I'm doing therapy in either the dining room or the client's bedroom. And the TV is just like, today, a person, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, God damn it.
Yep.
How about we turn off the TV? Too much background noise.
I was never someone that, like, I can't watch the news. Not even just because it's, like, depressing, which it sadly is a lot of the time, but mostly I just find it so boring. I just find it so incredibly uninteresting, and I'm just like, no,
like,
my time is much better spent.
High school, I never watched the news. Middle school, high school, I never got into news. Or not even got into, because I'm not into the news. That would be weird. But
I'm a news stan.
I'm a newsie.
Oh, God.
No, definitely not. But yeah, definitely when 2016 rolled around for fairly obvious reasons I don't need to explain, I definitely got more into what was going on and wanted to stay up to date.
I get my news secondhand.
Mostly through the posts on my channel. maybe.
Not even that, Roble, because if I'm being honest, what I feel like a lot of people would consider interesting news, which is what the news channels have to show because they need to get their money through, people watching and thus watching commercials, I still find incredibly boring. Like, I don't want to hear about it, and it's also just like, Instead,
it's one of those things where it's like, I could be watching the news, or I could be watching
anime. Like today, I watched Tadaima Kairi, which is very, very good. I'm sorry, Pastry Puff. I know I had been good and been watching Windbreaker the day it came out. I was not able to do that this time. I'm very sorry that you're there enjoying alone this evening. Well, I've made a pact with myself now, and sadly I broke it because I really wanted to see the Tadaima Kairi episode, but I probably will go back and do it, is I want to do the little, Ace Attorney doodles for, all the anime that I watch. And so I want to doodle them. I just, crunch time.
You gotta be in a place where you can doodle.
Yeah, crunch time right now. And so it's but my job has been very busy this past week solely because of the heat wave, and not in the way that you think. Because the heat wave, the jobs are not really happening because they don't, the companies don't want their workers digging in the heat because it's hot.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad they actually care about their workers.
But that means that I don't have the work of, sitting watching people dig. So it's, scrambling to get work to pay me for an 8-hour day, So it's running around, very, very busy.
Oof.
So I just haven't had a moment to sort of relax and do my normal chill bit,
So sad.
So sad indeed.
Oh, one boy can create so much gender, Pastry Puff. Haru from Given was another boy who could create so much gender.
I have his haircut, guys. I went to my hairdresser. Okay. This is not a joke. I kept fawning over his hair. He's literally a hair model. I went to I told my mom about it. And my mom's like, Ori, I've made you a hair appointment. I'm paying for it. And this is, I have a job now. She's like, I'm getting you this haircut that you want, that you can't stop talking about. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to go to my hairdresser. That is my father's childhood friend. I'd be like, hello, yes, this anime man.
Hi,
I would like his hairstyle, please. And now I have his hairstyle. I'll show him.
Make me look like anime man.
I'll show him because he's so good. Oh. Where's the really
he is
good one?
so good, and Given is so good.
Given is also really good.
Top
tier BL. Beautiful music.
Trigger warnings for suicide.
Yes. But it's treated very well.
Shown. It happened in the past. It is treated with respect, but it's definitely part of a character's arc.
Yes. It's definitely integral.
Proceed with caution if that bothers you.
Okay. I've collected a selection of this man's hair, and we will show them. This is this man. Here it's up. Here it's in a side braid ponytail thing. And then here it's fully down. Jesus Christ, thank you. That is the hair I have now.
Gender.
He has so much gender. Jesus Christ. Yeah, literally, these are I showed this image to my hairstylist, and I was just like, yes, please, this is what I want. And I'm definitely
please make me look like that.
Look at this one. His
hair is very gender.
Look at this with the braid. Oh my God. It's just so good. It's it's just great. Top tier. Yeah, so 90s.
I can see it. He plays in a band.
I'm excited for that pastry puff. Yeah, he plays in the band, but just yeah. I watched Mars and I watched the anime together, and every moment I'm just like, oh, his hair.
Ori
His
was
hair.
like dying every time he was on screen.
was like,
Also, guys, Given has the best like I accept you for being gay speech. Like it's not even a I accept you for being gay speech. It's a this is like something you don't even need to worry about. Why are you freaking out? Kind of speech. It's so good.
It's so
It's
good.
so well done.
Yeah.
Oh, Volo. Yeah, I remember him. I definitely knew he was related to Cynthia based off the hair. I was like, oh, you're Cynthia's ancestor.
I don't know you, but I don't know your gender, but I want it. Honestly, my gender, my desired full gender is just shapeshifter. Every time there's like a really good like person who sometimes they're non-binary, sometimes they're just a cosplayer, and it's like you can be both a very hot anime man and also a very hot anime woman, and it's like that can I have that? I've seen women who have very large busts and then they put on that like silicone like dude chest thing for cosplay, so they have like open shirt, and I'm just like, I need that. I want to be a man for cosplay. 90% of the characters I want to cosplay are like dudes, and it's just like, yes. Gender's weird, guys, because it's also like, I'm fine with being a woman. I want to be a shapeshifter. Then you could be anything whenever you want, and life is just easy. What was it? There was some line, and it was like, if there was a button where you could literally like be exactly like the opposite sex, like immediately, and like there's no pain or anything, and you could switch back whenever you want by pressing the button again, everyone would press it at least once. And it's like, yeah, they would. Guys, like, come on. You're telling me no one would want to try it? Like, people would not want to try it? Did Mars die?
No, I'm still
okay.
here.
When you're silent, I'm...
Responding to the Bachelorette group text, sorry.
No, it's just, sometimes when you're quiet, I'm like, did Discord die?
No, I'm just quiet.
Like, oh, no.
I'm just quiet!
When I rant and you have nothing to say...
I'm sorry, all I did was look in chat and all I saw was fucking B-movie.
Wait, what about the B-movie? Where's the B-movie? Oh, your group chat. I'm like, chat.
No, not my group chat, our chat!
It's all the way up there. Wow,
Cool Cat's talking about B-movie.
Cool Cat is talking about the B-movie. Okay, the B-movie is a funny romp to, like, watch after you understand, like... after you're like a little older. Because B-movie, I hadn't seen it in a very long time, and for whatever reason I ended up watching it again. I think it was just on TV and I was like being lazy or whatever, and it was like,
it's a guilty
I didn't
pleasure.
Remember how like wild this was.
Bonkers it is.
You know, it's like, oh, it's a meme on the internet, haha, but I'm like, I don't remember being this wild, and then I'm watching it and I was like, oh no, they weren't overplaying it.
Yeah, no. This movie is actually nuts. I'm gonna be honest, I kinda like it.
You'd like to stab it? Yeah. Understandable, Cool Cat. I don't know as much as you know about bees, and it's still definitely wild. But it's one of those things where it's like, it would be okay. It's just, you know, being a very, very ace person, and then on top of that, a rather sheltered child, watching the Bee movie the first time, it wasn't weird, because I didn't pick up on any of it. And so when they're like, oh, like, the bee just wants to get with the girl, and it's kind of weird and stuff, I'm like, oh, they're just overplaying it, you know, they're just like a bee and a woman. No, it's real bad. There's some scenes in that, and I was like, oh, yeah, little Ori had no fucking clue, but now adult Ori is over here, and
Mars
definitely
also had
a
no
little
idea.
more tuned in on those sort of things. Not as much as some people, Dylan, but definitely a little more aware. It was funny.
Joker from Persona 5. Yeah, that's a pretty good design.
Joker's pretty great. A collective fever dream, Mason. I wish.
Not my favorite character, but my favorite design from that game is Haru's Phantom Thief outfit. Exactly, the noir style with the feather hat and everything. Oh, so good. I would cosplay that, and I don't even know who the character is.
You still don't know why? There had to be some sort of reason. Was someone holding a gun to your head? What the hell?
Why?
Okay, I forgot.
Okay, but the mask makes sense, dichotomy. I mean, that's Jim Carrey. That's just magic.
I always do this to myself, and it's always stupid.
What the hell was this challenge, MP?
My brain has to work. My brain has to work. Has to work. Brow on top. Finish the hair. Finish the hair. Hair. Okay.
But why, MP?
For the challenge? It's just a challenge?
That sounds like torture.
Yeah, but at least the Lego movie is a fun time. I don't remember there anything being, like, wrong with the Lego movie. And the song is a romp. Yeah, the song is a vibe, too. So it's just like...
Was it worth the $10, MP?
Yeah, that's a lot of your time wasted. Did you have to sit there watching the B movie, or could you, like, put it in the background? Because I'll admit, if you can put it in the background, then, you know, you're good. But you're not sure? You don't remember? It's a blur? That whole part of your life has been secured in the vault because you know too much of the B movie now?
Repress the B movie. Repress it!
Repress it. Nope, that's not what I want. I want to do this. Do I want to do that? I don't actually want to do that. No, I want to do this, and then this, and then this, and then this. And then I want to do this, and this.
The Lego movie was very cool, Mason. I have to ask, did you see the Lego Batman movie? Because that one was also really good.
That's one I'm upset with myself that I still haven't seen yet.
Dude!
It's tough, man! Man, we have to plan, like, the fact that I've watched so much anime now is, like, a wild thing, okay?
Friggin' forget watching anime for a day. We need a friggin' sleepover to get through all this stuff!
Well, I will say, as my life gets improved with this new method of video editing, Ori suddenly has a lot more time rolling in. So, you know, once we pass Streamiversary, we might be in a much better position to hang out a little more. You know, make it happen, Mason. Make it happen. Be the star.
Create what you want to see.
You don't know why people make jokes on the B movie? When is the last time you saw it, Roval? When is the last time you watched the B movie? This is a very important question. Ah, shit, I fucked up.
But now we have to decide. What do we mean by watch? Do we mean purposefully sought it out or turned it on? Or do we mean saw it in passing and was just like, yeah, I'll keep it on. Why the hell not? What kind of watching are we talking about?
Yeah, a couple decades ago, Roval, watch it again and get back to me, okay? Like, I'm serious. I'm really, really serious. Because I was in your shoes, too, right? I was in your shoes. Homework. I was in your shoes. But I promise you, Roval, that if you watch it again, like now, you will know why everyone makes fun of the B movie. Okay, like it's one of those things where you watch it as a child, you watch it younger, and you kind of like ignore a bunch of stuff. You don't really get a bunch of stuff. Watch it again. That's nearly a couple of decades ago at this point, Mason. That's 3 years away of literally being exactly a couple of decades ago. So, just saying. When did the B movie come out? B movie release date. You're right, November 2007.
Stop making me feel old, Ori.
No, never.
Why?
Because we're in this boat together. Yeah. The one that gets me every time, guys, and if I'm being, the one that gets me now is not looking to the past, but looking to the future of, like, we'll be 30 when we finish the Ace Attorney games. That gets me every time.
Oof, that hurts.
That gets me every time. You did that, Mars. That was your fault.
I know I did. But that doesn't mean I can't also be upset.
Woo, woo, Pastry Puff. We're back to where we were before the hack.
The invasion,
yeah.
if you will.
I think we have a lot more active people this go round though, so that's pretty nice.
It all worked out for the better. We got a different logo. We got to really consider what channels we needed, cleaned up the server a bit.
Oh no, Mars, do we update the server with Streamiversary too? That's tough.
Uh-oh.
We do too many things, guys. I gotta tell you.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I gotta tell you guys, we do too many things.
God damn it. And it's next month! Shit!
Yeah.
I gotta finish our lore!
Yeah, Mars. Time's a clockin'. Tick-a-clockin'.
I hate time.
Quote that, clip that. I like that one.
I need more of it.
Oh yeah, we always need more of it.
This just ain't working out.
Dylan and I had a little argument that was like joking but kind of serious in the sense of that Dylan was like, if him was a vampire, like what would you do or something? And I was like, and you weren't gonna bite me and turn me too? How dare you fucking live forever and not me? Okay, Jesus Christ, that's just rude. And he's like, no, what? It was like, you know, playing devil's advocate argument. I'm like, no. If you're living forever, then I ain't working anymore. All right, you have the rest of your life to do whatever, but you know, your eternal life. But you're gonna make me work for my limited amount of time here. Two options: you turn me, or you pay for me. You know, that's it. Those are the options. And he's like, of course I would turn you. And I'm like, damn right you would. Damn right you would. Ain't no way he's living forever and I'm not. It's just rude, guys. Come on.
That's just unfair.
How dare he get that lovely privilege? You can still leave the house, Mason, you know? But my whole thing is just like, damn.
How dare you be immortal and have all this time?
Yeah, exactly.
Share, that's fair.
Why do I get the non-immortal end of the stick, you know?
That don't seem right.
Don't.
Just don't.
Okay.
Just don't.
We got this. Oops, too far. Lovely.
Oh, he is coming together.
Yep. The boy is solely boying. This is true.
That he is.
Nope. There we go. Paper dolls are hard, guys, if I don't want to have a bajillion layers. If I wanted to have a bajillion layers, very easy. But I really don't want to have that many layers.
But don't want a bajillion layers, so hard.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Let's see. Chat, between vampire or werewolf, pick one. Ready, set, go.
I think in real life, I'd have to choose vampire because, to my knowledge, there's no story where werewolves live forever, you know?
Nope, we got one for vampire. Two for vampire.
Also, it seems if we're going by the lore, I'm at least a little more in control of myself as a vampire versus, like, werewolf, that once a month thing. You have the problem.
Alright, I'm seeing a lot in chat for vampire.
I think it's the most practical in real life. I think aesthetically, werewolves are way cooler because, like, look at the shit that I like to draw. But I think in practicality, especially if you're going solely with, like most well-known lore and shit, vampire's just better in every way, practically, you know? In a practical sense.
Agreed. Yeah, but Roval mages weren't an option. You gotta pick
Train Master.
Vampires or werewolves. Oh, hiya, Train Master.
No, this isn't a Worlds of Darkness question. Oh, thank you for the follow, Train Master.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, you could.
That's fine. You know, you could also just, like, in the world we live in, there's a bunch of fucking, like, totally either one, deserving, or two, willing participants as well. You know? Yeah, exactly, Pastry Pop. 100%. 100%. You know what's up.
Oh yeah, big angst for the werewolves.
It really, really is just the logical, practical answer for real world applications, you know? Because honestly, you could like never have to see sunlight and not try that hard, if I'm being completely honest. Now, could I do the job that I have now? Sadly, probably not. But I live forever now, so I also eat less expensively now.
That is true.
Yeah. No more groceries for Ori.
But you'd still want to buy some just to experience the taste.
It does always depend on the way the vampire is. You know, sometimes they make it so vampires can't eat normal food without being sick, which would be sad.
That's the trade-off for having more time and immortality.
Okay. Now, Pastry Puff, I understand that is a common sentiment, and I would
know, Freeland's making it work pretty well.
No, yeah, this is exactly my fucking point. I totally get the outliving everyone you love can be a very depressing, sad thing. I get it. You know, the amount of people that I will already likely outlive is still gonna be very sad. You know, just in the end, not overall, right? Like, but you know, still very sad. However, while that is sad, you, one, can still make new friends, i.e., like, look at what Freerun's doing, but two, no offense to all the people that I love in my life, I don't think that their death is so sad that it would make all the stuff that I could do in an endless life not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Is it depressing to lose someone? Yes, of course. Are you sad that they're not there? Yes, of course. Is you mathematically going to experience more dead loved ones if you live forever? 100%. But I'm sorry, death already happens.
I was waiting for that but. I'm like, I know there's a button there somewhere. It's just taking a while.
I already have to experience that for a large amount of people. Why not also get to watch every anime I would ever want to watch, read every book I would ever want to watch, consume, knit, crochet, learn
projects,
every
draw
single
things,
skill,
cook all the
languages, like,
hike all the trails.
Like time would no longer be a factor. I could put money into, like, stocks and not have to work after a certain amount of time. You know, like, it's worth it. It's not 100% happy-dory all the time, but it's worth it. You know, you don't see Freerun over here not making it count right now, you know what I'm saying? Not being upset that she gets to read and find every single grimoire and take her time, right? She gets to take her time and have a good time.
See, that's something I would like. Because everything feels so rush.
Yeah.
I would love to feel like I can take my time with this. I can slow down. I can actually enjoy what's around me at the moment.
Exactly.
Don't get me wrong. Moments like that definitely still happen. But let's face it. It's nothing like
it's not the same.
What it could
it's not
be.
the same. So, and you know, and if somebody ever says the argument of, like, what if you get bored? Guys, fucking come on. There's too much stuff to consume right now at this very moment, and we're still just making more shit all the time, okay? I ain't running out of stuff to do, okay? Ain't ever gonna happen. People who retire and are like, I don't know what to do with myself. Guys, come on. There's so many things to do with yourself. And I'm not even saying ones that, like, include that much money, okay?
You know, maybe the people who say, I wouldn't know what to do, just need to hone their creativity.
Yeah. They gotta do something.
They have no choice but to do something.
Mm.
Ooh, look at those back scars. Can you tell we like scars, guys?
They're badges of honor.
And plot points for backstory.
They are plot points for backstory. I know
hey,
how...
what happened to your tail? Cue dramatic flashback.
Yes, I know how every single one of the scars given to the boys were got. They're not just cool, vague things.
Oh no, they were very planned.
See, Mason, there you go.
If I were immortal, I would consider watching One Piece, because then I know I'd have the time to.
Exactly.
But because my time on this earth is finite, I don't want to spend 990.
I could watch so many more other anime, you know?
On just that.
Something I can't remember. You might have actually sent this to me, Mars, or it might have just been something else that I saw. But it was someone, and they're like, I'm watching like an episode of One Piece with like my 1-year-old or like, you know, my baby every single day, so that by time they're old enough to understand, you know, like they'll be in the good part or something, you know, something like that. And then all the comments are like doing the Lord's work or something. Like your child will thank you later because, you know, they won't have to watch the whole thing. It's just very funny shit like that.
That was hilarious when I first saw it. I was like, God damn.
But you know why it's there, Mason, and that's all that matters. You know why. It's just curiosity for everybody else for now.
Yeah. The authors always get the inside scoop.
Indeed.
Did we scare you, Pastry Puff? I'm sorry. Whoopsies.
It's so fun, though. Yes, one of these scars has already been hinted in backstory shit that is in the comic. The other one is very big backstory related. And then the other one is just sort of like, you know, I know how it happened, but it's not like a massive thing right now. Just a thing.
I don't think I know enough about the character to really make a guess, Mason.
No, I think we've. Or
I think I need a little more information.
Yeah. Just comes with time.
Yep.
Like I don't think there's many words that I can say, apparently. I don't think that there's many theories you can create from Outcast from like the first 3 episodes, you know? Takes time. Webcomics are like a slow form. Speaking of webcomic dichotomy, have you finished your homework yet?
You knew she would be coming to collect dichotomy.
No, I mean, there's literally no rush. I'm just messing with you.
But every entry that Outcast goes unread is another possible chance for Esther to not be there.
No, we already made the contract. Don't threaten him. We don't need a lawsuit. Mars, as your unofficial legal aid. Nuh-uh, no threats.
Ah, okay.
I might have to go back and read it again, Mason. Because again, that's the thing with comics, is that there's so many breaks in between. Sometimes it's hard to go and remember. Oh, Hotson is our main character. Cool cat.
A guess that within 5 minutes? Dang.
How did they
explain
wait.
their reasoning when they did?
Yeah, that's wild. I will say, I'm like editing our playthrough of Turnabout Big Top, and we're like on point a lot of the times. Like we don't have all the information right away, but when it comes to like the actual like the second day of investigation, when we actually are like getting all the information, it's like every time we're like nearly spot on when we get like that little piece of information. You know, like the stuff we don't get, you would have had to extrapolate from nothing, right? And it's like nuts. Okay.
We do pretty well as the games progress.
I will say, I find Turnabout Big Top is probably one of our, like, best ones right now. I have, of course, yet to watch anything past Turnabout Big Top, because that's how editing goes, but...
Such is life of editing.
Oh, I can see that. Coffee guy poisoned through his coffee. I guess I just assume coffee is such a normal
Ori,
thing.
No one in the Ace Attorney series can change clothes.
Yep.
And if one character likes a particular drink,
That's
only
it.
they can like
only
that
they
drink.
could drink it. Yep.
And they don't drink anything else.
I guess I just thought
water,
coffee
no
was so
tea,
generic
no
of
coladas. It's always coffee.
of a beverage that it could have been anyone. I kind of like it, to be honest. I personally enjoy when my favorite twists are the one that I don't see coming in the moment, but then you can go back and you can see all the lead up, right? I really like those a lot.
That's the best kind of twist because that's good foreshadowing.
Yeah. So I really enjoy that the most. Yeah, registered trademark of Godot Incorporated, indeed. Godot invented coffee. Technically, I guess Diego would have been the one to invent the coffee.
It would have been Diego, sadly.
God damn it, Ferrex! You're making my life hard with your juicy ass. There we go.
I gotta say though, Pastry Puff, I'm impressed that this person put it together that quickly. Like, damn.
I'm definitely not that attuned, alright? I get some good theories. I get some good predictions.
I wouldn't say it took us forever, but we definitely didn't get it that quickly.
Very good at theories. Nice. See, I enjoy kind of like when we figure it out right before Phoenix in a way, because we're like, oh, we're all on the same page. And otherwise, sometimes it's like, as we figured it out before Phoenix, it's like, or before the game, it's a little frustrating. So in a way, I like not figuring it out that far in advance.
It's kind of nice because you really feel like you're solving it alongside him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've had a little like a comment chain with someone on the Ace Attorney anime posts that I've been doing, just talking about the anime. They were sad that Penny Nichols was shunted as well.
We all were.
But yeah, I definitely. I will say I definitely didn't go into the anime being like this is going to be a masterpiece or like a faithful recreation, you know, of the game or anything. And I also didn't go into it expecting it to be very like a mystery show even, you know? Just sort of the way it definitely went into it being more like this is a story about a lawyer sort of thing. And I really appreciate the character moments we're getting with Phoenix. The only characterization I'm a little upset with Gumshoe's anime. I like his anime portrayal. He's a little more of a literal dick than in the games, where he's just a goofy guy that has like pride in his job and loyalty to the prosecutor's office. So he's basically spoilers for the anime, but when we're getting like mafia'd, when Phoenix and Maya are getting like mafia'd, Gumshoe comes in, but in the games he's like, I'm here to save the day, like I'm here to help. I always wanted to be the cool guy to help. I'm literally here to stop you from being erased. This was my goal. This is why I'm here. I'm saving you, Phoenix and Maya. And we're like, thank you, Gumshoe. Yes, so great, so grand. In the anime, he's like, he shows up and he's like, what's going on here? And we're like, oh no, Gumshoe. He's like, Gumshoe, are you here to save us? He's like, I'm just here to deliver the summons for Miss D. Vasquez for her to come and testify in court tomorrow. I'm not here to save you guys. Like, basically the vibe. And I'm just like...
So it's him appearing that's like, oh, we just happened to be saved.
Yeah. He's not there to save them. He showed up and, like...
Not the
you
goal,
know,
just a happy
broke it up
bonus.
in a way. And he specifically was like, not like that. So it's just like, I don't know. Yes! That's the shortest shit.
That
I
was
love
a good
Pastry Puff.
moment.
Those are my favorite, like, put it together. Same with, like, the Von Karma having the bullet in his arm still, like, with the like, all of those. So much fun. That's why I love mysteries. But that's also why I think, like, mystery movies are fun. Like, don't get me wrong. I like Knives Out and everything. But to me, I'm less in, like, I'm trying to solve the mystery in Knives Out and more along for the ride. And, you know, same with, like, any of the Inspector Poirot sort of things, like Murder on the Orient Express and everything like that. I'm not, like, trying to figure it out. I'm more like, ooh, clues, ooh, this, you know, like, going along with the ride. And that's the same vibe in the anime, too, right? It's like, oh, you know, like, that's how it goes around. This is more like a story told that's in the shape of a mystery, more than I'm solving the mystery, which is why I really like the Ace Attorney games. And that's why I think I was a little not as enamored by Tangled Tower as Ace Attorney, because I didn't feel like I could really solve the mystery in Tangled Tower.
After a while, I lost track
There's
of
a
what
lot
the
of stuff
mystery
going on.
was.
And I think that's an us thing, because that's similar with Paradise Killer. I think we want a
Paradise
little
Killer.
more straightforward of like a these are the clues, and you get the clues, and you're solving the thing, and you're putting the pieces together. And
They basically wanted a point A to point B, I feel.
yes, Fisher Puff, I was so proud of myself with that. Remembering that he wasn't there, all that sort of stuff. all the great stuff. Yeah, we do that in a not nearly as wild as the Godot one, but right now in the Turnabout Big Top with like the pepper, we're having like brain blasts with the pepper and stuff and sort of things in like the second investigation day. So it's like lots of fun there. I love theorizing in the Ace Attorney games. It's so fun.
They make it very easy too, which is very nice.
They do it in a way that I don't feel... You know, obviously we have our gripes with certain things, but they do it in a way...
Cool Cat.
Good night, Cool Cat.
Or goodbye, I'm not sure what time of day it is for you.
Well, it's definitely in the evening, but I don't think they're going to bed. But, my brain just died. What was I saying? I don't feel like I'm being super pushed along. Like, I do feel like I still have to think in my brain with Ace Attorney, right, to solve it. Like, the mirror thing with the blue badger and, you know, like these sort of things. And obviously it's not perfect. You know, we've definitely had our fair share of, like, why is this the answer and I hate this. But, I would say the vast majority of the times, it's very good, where you have to think, but you're not, like, handed on a silver platter all the time, the answer, right? And I like that. I like when they do that, and that's the vast majority of the times. So, I think that the difference with, like, Tangled Tower, they definitely want you to, like, pay a little more attention and solve it a little more like a thing. There's a lot of evidence in Tangled Tower, and while a lot of it does come into play, it is just a lot to keep track of. There's a lot of characters in it. You know, I don't think it's bad, and I don't think that it was badly done. And same with Paradise Killer. It's just not what I personally want out of, like, a mystery game, right? I want to solve it per thing. That's why I think Layton, to my vague understanding, would be up our alley still, because it seems like it's that same sort of vibe. Cool, Pastry Puff or anybody else who's played, correct me if I'm wrong. Ghost Trick, if I'm being honest, I don't really know what to expect. I know it's called Phantom Detective, right? Or Phantom Investigate, something like that.
To my understanding and recollection, it was an overarching mystery, but then mostly a puzzle game.
So that's definitely a different vibe. Phantom Detective, I was right, yeah. But is it like... I don't know if you watched our Tangled Tower or our Paradise Killer playthroughs at all, Pastry Puff, but is it like pretty similar to the layout of Ace Attorney in, like, how you solve things? Or is it like you kind of have to be doing a fair amount of brain work in the background? Because if I'm being completely honest, I can only do so much brain work in the background. And it's the perfect amount of brain work for Ace Attorney. You know what I'm saying? The amount of brain power I have. Okay.
It's a good amount, not too much.
I accept this, Pastry Puff. I'll probably hit you up for the character images then, just so I don't have to search for them. I've obviously seen the two, like, the guy and the girl, I think. Like the redhead and the blonde. That's what I think they are. But I don't know who Dylan's character should be. It's a big overarching mystery niche game. Alright, so they might not be as easy for at least me to deduce, and it'll depend on how much attention Dylan pays. No offense to Dylan at all, but he definitely likes to interact with chat and stuff a lot, so he's not, like, always 100% in on the information. But he's usually the bigger, like, overarching mystery theory guy. Not me. So we'll have to rely on Mars a lot for that one.
Wait, what? Why?
Oh, that's good, Pastry Puff. I'm glad. Because you're more the overarching mystery thing, and you'll be paying attention.
Oh, okay, alright.
Versus Dylan doesn't always pay as much attention because he's paying attention to chat and interacting with our lovely, lovely chatters.
Yeah, it's a job, and someone's gotta do it.
So, yeah, Ori's brain only works very specifically, so we'll see.
Especially late at night.
As long as there's not too much going on, I can probably be okay. But I think my problems with Tangled Tower and the other one that my brain is dying on, Paradise Killer, were just the facts that there was a lot. You know, there's a lot.
Well, Paradise Killer, I could still follow. No, not Paradise
Tangled
Killer.
Tower.
Tangled Tower, I could still follow. Paradise Killer broke my brain.
I know what it is. I know what it is a lot. I like that Ace Attorney gives you the evidence that you need. You know that all those pieces of evidence have to deal with it somehow, and you know that there's no red herrings.
Nothing is
here.
ever useless.
There's nothing extraneous, right? And so it is like, I know that this is important to the case. I'm collecting just important. Yeah, it really was, Mason. It really was. No, will be no streams next week, Pastry Puffs, because I'm away and I will not have my computer at all. It's a desktop, so it just doesn't work out. That'll be basically it. I will be drawing solely IRL traditionally. There will most likely be a lot of Ace Attorney anime and other anime doodles and talking points and stuff. That'll be... Yeah, exactly, Pastry Puff. Exactly.
The ending just kind of left me feeling empty. I didn't feel like
solid.
We got a grand conclusion by the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though we finished the game.
Which I think was the point, but it wasn't what we wanted. We want the mystery to be solved and dealt with, not this sort of like... she got away and...
There is a way to do we're giving you the ending you didn't think you wanted. Like, you wanted this one particular ending, but we're giving you this one instead. Like, there is a way to do that. But it is also an art form, right? Because if you train the audience to expect a certain thing, like based on the genre they're in, what the gameplay has been like so far, and also just like in their interactions throughout the game, like we had no reason throughout Tangled Tower to suspect that we were going to get anything but a straightforward answer based on how everything was coming together.
And then when we hit all the secret messages and it was like really like layering up at the end.
That's when it felt like we were going to come across something huge, like something incredible. And then it almost seemed like the plot...
Yeah, that was like a secondary thing.
To quickly go back to the original mystery, which was very odd. Because they spent at least a good amount of the second half of the game building up this other mystery, and then all of a sudden that's abandoned at the end for, like, a very brief epilogue.
I wish it was, like, tied together more, right? I think you could have had both, but you really needed to, like, lean into it being both, and not one being a vessel for the other. I think that was the biggest thing.
It could have worked. It really could have worked. Because you want to know? Okay, no, I got it. I got the perfect comparison, and it's actually recent and relevant.
Oh, snap.
Has anyone been watching the live action Fallout?
Not me, but Dylan has.
Okay, well, my dad and I watched the whole thing. It's actually very good. It's really well done. It's very interesting. We binged the whole thing. But these are spoilers for Fallout. So I'm gonna warn now, if anyone plans to watch it, I am about to spoil Fallout.
Okay, while you do this, I'm gonna grab
Spoilers
water.
for Fallout. Okay, so spoilers for Fallout. Now, the reason I bring this up is specifically because of the mystery involving, like, mythological creatures, or, like, man-made creatures or something. So, in the Fallout series, we meet a creature called the Gulper. In its first introduction, it is attacking our main protagonist. It's going after her. It's impeding her progress. It's honestly terrifying. And you just kind of think, oh wow, this is a very weird creature. Like, where did this come from? Oh, and we just kind of chalk it up to, oh, it's the result of nuclear fallout. Like, that makes sense. They also focus on a scene where, like, the teeth are replaced with human fingers. It's very creepy. But there's a reason for this. That's a little bit of a clue for us. In a later episode, the protagonist comes to another, what did they call them? Not shelters, vaults, another vault, where there are essentially people with genetic mutations. Like, you got people with extra noses, people with extra ears, extra eyes. So she goes down into the like the basement, and she finds all these genetic experiments. Now, she thinks the people there were hurting the people. What it turned out was that the Gulper we saw originally had used to be a person, not experimented on by the people in the vault, but experimented on by the people who were originally scientists back before the nuclear fallout happened, and like they were preparing for the fallout. Like, they made a whole vault full of scientists where they basically could do whatever they wanted and play God. Dichotomy spoilers for Fallout!
If you care. The show, not the game.
If you care. But the reason I bring this up is because, like, this was never the goal of the show, right? The goal was always kind of, we know something's up with what the vault people are saying. That they're not sending anyone up, that it's uninhabitable. But we have seen through cutaways that it is habitable. We have seen people on the surface. We as the audience know, well, someone in the vault is lying. Why are they lying? And there are many mysteries that go into it. There's a mystery involving the protagonist's mother. There's a mystery involving another vault and all their people that disappeared. There's a mystery that ties into how the vaults were created in the first place and the ideology that went into creating the vaults. I don't know if any of this tracks in the actual games, but I gotta say, for the show, it was honestly really cool. I was blown away by one of the reveals at the end. But then they add on this mystery of, oh, look, here's a creature. And it actually ties into it in a big way. Because we discovered that these gulpers were created through scientific experimentation. The reason the scientists were allowed to do whatever the hell they wanted in this vault to the inhabitants was because each and every vault was sold to different companies as, let's run our own thought experiments. Let's run an experiment where we overpopulate and see what happens to people. Let's run an experiment where people are given exactly what they want and no one has to worry about anything. Let's run another experiment where we breed leaders by the generation and fill them in. Like, and that ties into it. That it's one mystery that leads to another, and it all makes perfect sense in the end. This long tangent to explain, this is what I think Tangled Tower should have done. I really wish they had the mythological creature tie back into the original mystery. Because that's what Fallout did. And it did it spectacularly because it built to this big climax where the final reveal is a holy shit, what the fuck moment. And it works. Now, I didn't need it to be a holy shit, what the fuck moment, but something to connect the two, because that mythological creature thing in Tangled Tower just kind of came out of nowhere and then was just left with nothing done. And I don't know why.
Yep.
I really do think there was some potential there.
Sorry, I got chocolate because I'm hungry and I needed water.
Ooh,
Spoilers over?
Yes, spoilers over. Whoops, I can't spell. Spoilers over. Fallout is pretty good, you guys. Just be aware it is rated mature. You will see blood, you will see gore, and you will see NSFW stuff.
That's the worst warning.
I actually really enjoyed that one. And the character arc the protagonist goes through is really good as well. She basically imagines someone from Pleasantville trying to survive the apocalypse. That's the protagonist we're dealing with, and I am here for it.
Lovely.
Lovely, lovely indeed. Yeah, Ace Attorney just has really good conclusions. Aside from Rise from the Ashes, where I was disappointed in the conclusion. I did not mind that the answer
I was just disappointed in Gant's
I'm disappointed at
specifically.
How it was executed.
Yeah.
But aside from that, there are very few cases where I'm like, well, that made no sense, or where did that answer come from, or wow, did you pull that out of your ass? Like, there's never been a moment like that. At least not for me.
No.
I can't speak for Ori or Dylan.
There's never been a moment like that. And even the times when we're like, oh, why is it this piece of evidence? Like, they describe what they were going for, you know? Oh, yeah. And you're like, oh, okay.
Like, it took us a while to get to the Badger Bible, but when we did, it made sense. It has the pictures of the badger, and therefore it shows that, oh, look, there's supposed to be a gun in his hand. It makes sense when you think about it.
Or the steak dinner that had no bones. I just wish that the description was specifically, it was the boneless plate, you know?
Oh, that we can blame the writer for.
But no conclusion did I find unsatisfying.
Yeah, I've never found that with.
I really liked the Gant mystery.
Really
his breakdown was just disappointing.
The Gant mystery was great. The breakdown just not what I wanted. That was really cool, Pastry Puff.
That was fun. I was happy to figure that out.
I love that I originally said, oh, it was a mirror, and then it took us like 20 minutes to figure out it was reflected.
Well, because I don't have the fucking badger memorized, and it was literally only because we watched that cutscene again. Because I looked at the badger on the floor.
Done to get people to pay attention to the badger.
Yeah, and we watched that cutscene again. I was like, wait, I think his strap is on the other side. And yep. Worked out.
We got there eventually.
Mm-hmm. It worked out. No, there was only one weird part in this one. Yeah, that was great, Pastry Puff, and the double juke to be like, no, it was Gant who killed him, then arranged the scene for Lana, and then arranged the scene with Lana was great. All I wanted,
it was literally 4D chess.
The minimal amount that I wanted to make this different is instead of the flashback bit being Gant and, like, Goodman silhouetted in the fucking, like, evidence room, just being like, Gant, I'm gonna reopen the case, and him being like, no you wait, stab. You know, what I wanted instead is go all the way back to the Neil part, right? Because remember, what did we get in Rise from the Ashes? We didn't get anything about Von Karma writing the letter to get Yanni Yogi to frame Edgeworth for the murder of Robert Hammond. We didn't get anything about that. In the end, we got the solving of the original DL6 case, which is exactly how Rise from the Ashes went. We had to solve the past case in order to get him on this one. And I'm fine with that, but all I wanted was Gant, like, coming into the room and seeing, Neil knocked out on the floor and Dark knocked out on the floor, and him talking about how, like, I really wanted to get this killer, right? Like I really, like this man had done such heinous things, right? We needed to get him, and, I felt in that moment that it was worth Neil's life, basically, to sacrifice him to get this guy in, on death row, right? And then something along the lines of, but the lie just kept getting bigger, it kept getting bigger, and soon there was no turning back. And I certainly wasn't going down without a fight. I don't know, just something about that would have been better than the Goodman wanted to open the case again, and I couldn't let him do that, so I stabbed him. There was so much blood, I don't know, it just wasn't the same. It wasn't as right. The Von Karma breakdown...
That same gut punch.
No. The Von Karma breakdown was so good. And I'm not even talking about the part where he, like, screams and yells and bangs his head on the thing, right? Oh, thank you, Pastry. I'm glad. I was just off the dome. But that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, was that going back to the original case and having that, like, how we had Von Karma show up to the elevator and the gun, and it was, it was an act of God, it was destiny, right? We just have Gant coming into the room first and realizing what he could do and what it was worth to him. And this sort of, like, ends justify the means thing, that he's still evil because he traded Neil's life to, he literally would, traded a life for another, right? But it's still, at least to me, fits that little bit more of, like, of him, like, going down kind of a dark, corrupt path. And then to me, that fits more the, like, we're not so different, you and I, Edgeworth. Like, this is where you could end up, right? Doing anything to get that guilty verdict, right? Because that's what Gant did. Gant literally killed someone to get somebody else's guilty verdict the first time, right? That's not what Von Karma did. Von Karma was just angry and upset. So it does make a different sort of statement to it. But to then sort of have that, like, going down the wrong path of, this is what'll happen, this is what can happen to you if all you want is the guilty verdict, I feel like is a great segue into game 2, where when we get Edgeworth back, his whole thing is, no, he's going for the truth. Does he go about it a little insensitively? Yes, but that's his whole thing. He's changed now. He doesn't want the guilty verdict, he wants the truth, and he will do anything to get it. So that makes him still the antagonist to Phoenix, who is being a little kinder and, and having his little crisis about Maya. Well, and having his little crisis about defending, a murderer this time against Edgeworth. Like, that was a fun little flip, but I feel like it just fits. It fits better than if we really have that little window into Gant's head like we had into Von Karma's head at the time of the first incident. Would have been great. All right, Mars, you write Gant's thing. Okay. No, I'm serious. You write what Gant should say in this little flashback. I draw the one card that matters, because that's all they have in Von Karma's flashback. They have that one where the elevator opens and he's looming over, that's it. The rest of it is a black screen with text, and we have Dylan narrate it. I'm serious. Let's fucking do this.
I can work with that.
Okay, you know what I'm going for, right?
A fan animation. When is this due by?
Eventually.
Okay, I can work with that deadline.
Next streamiversary.
A pastry puff? I kind of wish they didn't do the we're not so different you and I thing with Gant and Edgeworth, because they already did that with Von Karma.
But I will say it was different,
more
though.
Sense there. It was different, but I think for me personally, it was just like too fresh, and it literally felt like a repeat. Like, that was the moment where I was like, oh, they're trying to do Von Karma 2.0. But it's not working, and now I'm left with an even more bitter taste in my mouth, because now I'm reminded of how good the last one was.
I have a question, Mars.
Kind of like watching a Disney live-action remake. You're like, why did you put that taste in my mouth constantly? Now I'm thinking of the original, and I hate that I'm watching this.
Do you think it would have been better where if we still have to say, like I just, the goal still has to be that there is, like, this Gant mirror Edgeworth sort of thing, right? That's still the goal in the end. But would you say that it would be better if Gant didn't actually ever say the quiet part out loud, and Edgeworth is having like a moment. You know, like of
100%.
reflecting. So we still have that.
No,
they're not so different,
because
you and I.
It makes sense. It makes sense because that would still be fresh in his mind since it's right after Von Karma. And also, he's applying what he sees to the situation. And given how Edgeworth himself is as a character, you know, I think personally, like, these are the vibes I pick up on, he is critical of himself. Especially under Von Karma.
Chooses death after that whole thing, you know, like...
Exactly. So, the whole idea that Edgeworth would be like, you know, I use these same methods. I'm not much better than him. Like, that would make sense to me.
Or having that is a human life worth putting someone away, right? Like what is the value sort of thing, right? Because that's what happens with Gant. To me, Gant's different. To me, this is the big difference between Von Karma and Gant that to me makes them not perfect analogs, and that's Von Karma's thing was pride. Von Karma didn't care about the law or justice. He cared about himself and solely getting the guilty verdict, that he would forge evidence and do all this stuff to get the guilty verdict. He didn't kill anybody to get the guilty verdict. He killed because he was pissed off that someone dare tarnish his record. It was pride, okay? Now, while Gant still did his things to be manipulative and to, you know, be on top of the prosecutor's office by manipulating Lana, you know, to become chief of police and sort of be top dog and be able to do that, at least at the beginning, it still felt like it was originally in the name of justice, right? Now, they don't do a great job of letting us know if Dark is really actually a serial killer or not, but to me, they definitely paint the fact that at least everybody at the precinct was 100% in belief that he was, right? And so, to me, it does seem like the original murder of Neil Marshall, because Neil really wanted to put him away too, right? And Neil doesn't paint me as like the grubby, you know, prosecutor type, you know, at least the way that Marshall is. That Gant, you know, because Marshall's like, I want to get to the truth, right? That Gant's whole thing was, I am willing to sacrifice a life to put a killer away. That's the original thing, right? And then it spirals out of control because of his actions there, and he doesn't want to lose or slip away or things like that. And to me, that's what puts it into this, like, second level of Edgeworth, right? The first level of Edgeworth being very like Von Karma is definitely the Bratworth era, right? Of, like, it's anything to get that guilty verdict. I don't care if they're innocent. I don't care if nothing. I need that number on my rep sheet, right? And then after being beaten down by Phoenix multiple times and winding himself up in the defense's chair, I can see him sort of having that sort of, you know, thinking about it and leaning into, like, I want to get the truth. But then you also see this Gant now who took it too far, right? And now we have spiraling Edgeworth of, oh God, you know, I've been molded and shaped and raised into this person that will do crazy shit to get the answer, and I also don't want to end up like Gant. You know, like oh God.
Oh,
pain.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like that's how it should go down. But I think it's Edgeworth.
Ooh, I'm very excited, Pastry Puff.
Himself, not someone to say, like, we're not so different, you and I, like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Ooh, yeah.
Because it's like sometimes.
You know what would be good? Okay, you know what could have been interesting?
Kept quiet and not said out loud.
So I know that they want it to be like a shock factor in Justice for All, that when we learn why Edgeworth is missing and why Phoenix is so touchy and doesn't want to talk about it, that it's like his little note and everything. But I think that what could have happened is we could have had like a little scene at the end with Edgeworth, like, because we do have that scene where we don't know where Edgeworth is, right at the end of Rise from the Ashes, and the credits, the bellboy's there in his office, and we're like, oh, we haven't seen Edgeworth or something, like we have that moment. But it could have been interesting to have a moment where we have, like, Edgeworth at his desk first or something. Or we have, you know, like writing or something where we don't know what the note is. We don't necessarily know what he wrote. But he's having, like, a moment of that, like, self-reflection. He doesn't even need to say anything, right? Like, there's a suit, you know, I don't know, there's just something. And he writes down to have him, like, having, like, a moment.
Well, that's also one of these things where I'm like, the fact this was made after the next game, I wish they took advantage of that a little bit more.
I think,
Because we know what happens to Edgeworth in the future, so why not capitalize on that by giving us more details of what did happen between games? You know, if you're making something retroactively, you have
this ability to do that.
Opportunity, exactly, and the ability to give the audience the information they were previously missing. And a lot of series do take advantage of that. I'm very surprised that this one didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe they thought that the mystery of it was better.
Well, I definitely can see,
know.
You know, they don't like to, one, make you have to play the previous games, but I don't think a lead-in would mean that, you know, you would have had to play it to understand, you know, Justice for All. But two, I think it could have been done in a way. I think they could have done it in a way that still makes that, you know, Miles Edgeworth chooses death, you know, moment still equally as, like, shocking and, like, oh my god, because, like, you have no idea what he wrote on that note, and then he's gone, right?
Us understand his thought process. I felt like that moment was so brief too.
Okay, hold on. What about this? At the end of Rise from the Ashes, we get a moment of Edgeworth writing, like, a letter, right? And it is like his little thing where he's like, you know, that he does have that brief little moment with Phoenix at the end where it's like, I need some, like, thinking to do or whatever. And it's done in a vague way where it's like I'm going to be going away. And so at the end of Rise from the Ashes, we think it's a trip, right? But they never show, like, the end of the note or something. It, like, cuts off. It goes black. And then in Justice for All, we find out the way he signed off was Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. And then it's, like, wild. Because in the end of the Rise from the Ashes, we're like, he's just away. Why is Phoenix so touchy about it? And then we find out what really made Phoenix think that, right? And then it's like, oh,
you would
God.
Keep it a surprise for the people who are playing it chronologically and didn't play it in release order. So I feel like that could work.
Where it's like, it's like you don't say it full out loud, but there is something of, like, him going away and this sort of thing.
Question mark of,
where is he?
Yeah.
And then you see that, like, he was going away permanently.
I feel like a lot of that could have been made way more impactful if we had some more of Edgeworth's thought process throughout the whole thing. Like, I don't know. Just as soon as Von Karma started saying, we're not so different, you and I gotta be honest, I started rolling my eyes. I actually started rolling my eyes.
And I think someone's argument could have been like, oh, at the end we only see, like, you know, kind of like Phoenix's perspective or something.
It almost crossed into the realm of too cartoony for me.
But we have that ending with Morgan at the end of Turnabout, Reunion and Turnabout, where we have that Morgan bit that is just Morgan in solitary confinement. Like, there's no reason, you know, a character is seeing this. It's literally solely for the audience that leads into Game 3, right? So we could have had an Edgeworth moment that is a solely audience thing. There was a part?
See, I feel like that sums it up right there, Pastry Puff. It wasn't a big enough scene.
No.
We didn't even remember it.
No. I'm gonna tell you, there's no way. Meekins comes into his office and finds the note. Yes, there was. Wow. I remember seeing the bellboy in his office, but I don't remember this scene with Meekins at all.
Neither do I. That's where the focus should have been.
Wow, that...
See, guys,
I have now seen this twice.
This is a good lesson in getting your audience
finds a
to
note?
pay attention to certain details you want them to pick up on. This is a very good
it's okay,
lesson
Pastry Puff. I'm just sitting here like trying to have like I've seen like I've played it and then I've edited it and I was like, I don't remember Meekins coming in and finding a note. Interesting. I definitely don't remember him finding a note. I definitely don't remember the bellboy finding a note. I remember we see the bellboy and he comes into the office and he's like, "Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't know where he is, but I don't remember the note at all." I mean, I'll trust you that there's a note in that scene. This is closer to like I actually remember this happening. I would love to see that, Pastry Puff, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
because I really don't remember the note part. Okay, I will say, big gripe about Ace Attorney. Let me click through the credits. Let me take my time through the credits. Don't make me autoplay through the credits. It's too fast. Even if we weren't voicing it, I'm not a fast reader, okay? Don't make me like the old bag ones, fine. Because what or like what's his name? Richard Wellington, when they spout off, it's meaningless and it's supposed to be like a vibe that they're spouting off, right? Like that's not a whole thing. But the credits mid-scenes should be at a click-through pace. They should not be at an autoplay pace, okay? Just saying. That's a gripe of mine.
It's a good thing they have settings for that kind of thing nowadays.
Do they?
To slow down the text scroll or speed it up? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but
that's pretty
I
modern
still want to be
feature.
able... No. It's less even the speed, though. I want to be able to... You have the line, and I click to the next line. So I can take all the time I want to talk about it. Like we can have, to have a moment. I can read it. I can put it down if I need to. Jesus Christ, what if I'm playing the game and I need to go do some shit? Right? Oh, I fucking missed all the credits because I can't fucking pause the take a moment with the credits. Like, ugh.
Oh, old games.
It's a remaster, Mars! It came out relatively recently. When did the remaster come out?
That is the question. Can't have been that long ago.
No, it was pretty long ago.
How long ago?
2012?
What?
Yeah. Wow.
Oh.
Guys, I was joking. Like, I was joking about how the Ace Attorney games, like, released for us. But, like, wow! That's a long time from the first trilogy release. I thought it was like 2019 or something, if I'm being completely fucking honest. I thought it was much, much more recent than that.
That's what I was expecting. Jesus. Okay.
Wow.
Well,
okay. I seriously was joking. I was seriously joking that when I was like, oh yeah, the universe saw that we were playing the game, and now they're gonna release the Ace Attorney stuff. But like, no, I fucking think it's true at this point. I gotta tell you guys, the timing could not have been more perfect in like a weird way.
Wait, 2012?
Yeah.
How is that perfect timing?
No. I'm saying Apollo Justice came out in January 2024. That's 12 years after their first remaster of the first 3 games.
Okay.
And that wasn't until we had started playing the trilogy for a year.
That's what you're getting at.
So I'm getting at that both the Apollo Justice trilogy and Miles Edgeworth Investigations remasters have come out within literally 1 and 2 years. Not even. They both came out in the same year. They're both February 2024 and, right? I think it was 2024. Ace Attorney.
Amazing.
Apollo. Yeah, January 2024 and September 2024. And we only started playing at the end of 2022.
Okay, they really are coming out for us.
It's really for us, guys. Jesus Christ. Again, I was like, there's no, but I really thought that the original HD release came out in like 2019. So it wasn't that far, you know?
Mine is kind of blown right now.
God.
Holy shit.
Wow. I know that it's obviously impossible that we are not influential enough for this to actually be the case, but it's way more coincidental now than it was before.
That cracks me up, honestly.
That's so wild.
You gotta tell Dylan about this.
Okay, this makes me feel a little better. Ace Attorney Chronicles came out in 2021. So that is right before we started playing. So I do feel a little better, but like, damn. Wow.
That's still like mother of all coincidences.
It's so wild. Yeah, because then to me that would have made sense that the original trilogy remaster came out in 2019, right? Couple years, because 2019 to 2021 would have been 3 years. 2021 to 2022 would have been, 2024 would have been 3 years, and it would have felt like, oh, we're just doing an Ace Attorney revival, right? But
yeah,
2012, holy fuck!
God
wow,
damn.
That is mind fucking blown. Jesus Christ!
Ori, we're influential.
Again, it's one of those things where it's like obviously not, but wow, you know. like it's one of those things where it's like if somehow historians got like wind of this like information with zero other context, they could mistake it, right? That like no, it was us, and it's just like wild. All right, Pastry Puff, let's look at this.
Okay, I need to see the evidence. Roll that creepy blue badger footage.
Let's see how I can do this. Full screen here. Okay. And we'll do this. And this. Okay. Yep. I remember this. That's it! No wonder I forgot about it! Jesus!
Yeah, that gave no context at all.
Wow! That's like 2 seconds. Wow!
Remember the letter shows briefly for 2 seconds. No, not really, honestly.
Wow. No, and you know what's wild? Because that really brought back, I remember Mars saying every single one of those lines, and I would never have told you that it was like,
words.
That the letter that they were connected.
I didn't even realize that in the next game. See, again, guys.
Poor autocorrect.
This is a lesson in knowing how to draw your audience's attention to the details you want them to care about.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's so slight. And it's really funny because I can sit here and I can remember you, Mars, going, what's this? And then, like, moving on. But it's so fast, and that's, like, not the last one, right? Like, that's not the last, one in the lineup, if I remember correctly. There's still more characters we see after that. So it's, like,
so by the
we're
time
going.
you finish, like, the moment's gone.
Yeah, what, Lana's the end, isn't
all
she?
The other goodbyes.
Yeah, wild. Greatest apologies. I don't know what you're trying to delete.
If they wanted us to remember that, they should have put it last in the lineup, and they should have drawn greater attention to it. Like, they could have had a really, like, one of those nicely drawn close-up panels of the letter.
Yeah, because we see Emma and leaving and stuff, right? Something like that. Yeah.
Which was a good image to end on. But that sticks in my mind more than finding the letter did. Clearly.
Also, I don't know, in my brain, the fact that it's that, I know that's like an icon, like, that they've used before, and so it, like, saves memory, but the fact that it isn't its own, like, original icon is also unremarkable, you know, right? Like, that little specific envelope with the little piece of paper was evidence in other games. That's a reused asset, which, like, understandable, but it just makes it stand out significantly less, you know? It's like, oh, you know what would have been better? It's an Edgeworth colored envelope because he's fucking color coded as hell. And it has the little, like, an Edgeworth wax seal on it. That at least would have been more, like eye-catching, right?
Plus,
that would have been at least a little more.
Shown that Edgeworth, like, hand wrote this.
Yeah.
And sealed it for someone to find. Like, that implies intent.
Like the way that one is, it just feels like he, like, left a document on his desk. Like, very.
It's too passive.
Yeah.
There's doing something subtly, and then there's not doing it at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this doesn't not do it at all, but it's not memorable, and that's the problem. And again, the fact that this was made retroactively, knowing where the series was headed and where it had gone, I am very surprised that they did not make this a bigger moment.
Yep. All right, Mars, but that's what I want. I want just the Gant.
The Gant rant?
The Gant little, you know, like in the Von Karma-esque sort of thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I can do that.
Like, exactly. We have Von Karma's breakdown where he's like, where we have that little, it's just the black screen, and it's the chief of prosecutors being like, I can't keep covering for you like this, Von Karma, or whatever, and then it's like, he's like, this is the worst humiliation I had ever known, you know, and then the lights went out, and then the door opened, and then we get that one shot of him looming over the door, and him talking about, like, and I, you know, it was destiny that the gun had fallen at my feet, and, you know, that sort of vibe of Gant coming across this, you know, leading into the scene. So it's like the black scene, maybe it starts where he's like interrogating Dark with Neil Marshall, right? They're in the interrogation room. And then the lights go out because well, you just have him you know, you have this the lights go out, right? Because of the storm, and that's when Dark escapes, right? And Neil, you know, is faster than Gant or whatever, you know, whatever it is. And it's then Gant coming upon the scene of Neil and Dark, and him having that sort of moment of like, what's he's gonna do. And then you don't say the whole thing out loud, because like just Von Karma, he didn't say like, and I shot the gun, and I did, you know, whatever. Like, he didn't say that whole part. You just have the, like, implied.
Then I did this.
This is how it goes. So, yeah. So, view that. I mean, Dylan's portrayal of it was really good in,
it was fantastic.
So, but basically that, because I really wanted Dylan to voice it as Gant, and I only have to draw literally one frame, because it's just the one of him, like, looming over, or whatever, that black and white, and it'd be great. And, you know, maybe we'll get all the fucking views.
I could make that happen.
Alright, that's what I want.
I'm sure we were not the only ones disappointed with Rise from the Ashes.
I bet not. And even if you're not disappointed, like, it's still really cool. Oh, speaking of disappointed villain shit, Pastry Puff, because I watched all those Starboy animations, YouTube has now recommended me lots of I Fixed the Wish XYZ ABCD, and because I like Caleb Hiles, there's some other guy who rewrote the villain song, This Is the Thanks I Get, or whatever it's called. And they did it.
That is what it's called.
And specifically, because Wish is like the 100th anniversary, right? They specifically did it in the style of 3 very iconic Disney villains. So they did like a part each of Dr. Facilier, so, you know, Friends on the Other Side, I forget the name of Scar's song in The Lion King.
Be prepared.
Thank you. Be prepared. Poor Unfortunate Souls and Frollo's villain song as well.
Hellfire.
Thank you. Hellfire. Yeah, you watched that one? I watched that one today, Pishifuff. You gotta see it, Mars. I'll link it to you. And
Ooh,
Caleb,
please.
so the first part of the video is like, the guy, I can't remember the composer's name, but the guy, like, talking about, like, why it felt bad, and, like, you know, how he rewrote it, and what he took into account, and all this sort of stuff. That's it. This is the thanks I get right. Oh, look, you can get just the Caleb Hiles version singing it. Here it is.
Oh, bonus.
There you go. But it's really good. Also, Caleb does a great job of doing, like, each of the voices of the villains.
Love Caleb in
like the
of Notre
theme.
Dame,
Oh,
alongside
so
John
good.
and Young.
It's so good.
So good. The way he hits those high notes is insane.
It's really, really good. And, certainly give it a watch. Oh, here's the whole thing. Pixel Playhouse. If you're interested in the making of portion first. That's the whole thing. Alright. Awesome.
Oh, very much so. You know I love making of stuff.
Oh, yeah. And it's not that long as well. It is so much better.
I'm not kidding. When I was younger, I would literally watch making of features on DVDs instead of the actual movie. Just over and over, constantly. Drove my parents nuts, because they were like, play the actual movie. This is not entertaining. I'm like, it is to be.
Oh, wow.
I want to hear how the artists do things and make stories and do the computer CG generation. It's so cool. Why are you not amazed by this?
But yeah, so it's just like, oh, so good. Definitely give it a listen.
Oh, I wanna.
It's sad when companies lose like sight of why people like them. I think that's the problem. You know, they try to be quote unquote relevant, and it's like, we liked you for you. Don't be like you're relevant by existing. You know, like
Well, that's the problem. A lot of companies think like, oh, because we are famous brand, people will love us. All we need is our name, and that's it.
Well, see,
like,
but
no,
I also
harder than
disagree with that partially because it's like obviously they're attempting to specifically cater to the new people by doing like a lot of pop stuff instead of a lot of theater stuff.
I am still baffled they hired a pop writer instead of a Broadway.
Well, but that's why it's like I don't think that they're like, oh, we can just sit back on our laurels, because if they could just sit back on their laurels, they would do the same shit every time. The shit that worked, you know? Like, where has this shit worked, you know?
I don't know.
What was the last song that was stuck in my head for all the time? Let It Go and How Far I'll Go, very theater songs.
Oh,
that got pop
songs.
versions later, which I still don't like nearly as much as the original, but like you could do that. Why can't we have the theater version for the movie?
I mean, they've been doing pop versions of the song since Part of Your World. I'm pretty sure Part of Your World had a pop version of it.
I think so.
So this dates all the way back to the Disney Renaissance.
So why can't we have the theater version first?
I don't know, because we didn't hire any theater writers.
So sad.
The more I hear about Wish, the more bad I feel for everyone involved in the production. Like, as much as I rag on the artist who did the pop music, apparently she didn't even know the story she was writing for.
That happens too much.
Like, she was given, here's a vague premise, here's a concept, and things were like still changing.
No wonder it feels so
throughout the original script. Well, here's the thing. There's a song where It's kind of like a ballad. It actually sounds kind of good. It's not that bad. But in the movie, it's sung between Asha and
Damn.
the king, and
That's
the
so
king
short.
is essentially like singing to the wishes about like how beautiful they are. If happiness was a tangible thing, it would be you. And you could tell this was originally meant to be a love song. And it was clearly meant to be a parallel between Asha and Starboy and the king and the queen. But because of whatever freaking rewrites we got, now it's the king singing to his collection about how wonderful they are. But they kept it a duet, and it makes no sense.
So wild. There he is!
Oh my gosh, he's finished!
Well, I have to do these ones. But yeah! And then I have to do all the background shit. But yeah! The background stuff is actually really, really easy. It's just a step I do have to do.
Good night, Mason.
Good night, Mason.
Good to see you. I'm looking forward to the next century of Built This Way.
Oh yes, always. I'm very appreciative that you like let us know every time, because sometimes Webtoon is weird.
Yeah, Webtoon
so
has been
keep
really
putting
weird
it in
with
the
its
Discord.
Notifications lately. I don't know why.
Sometimes it's like, why have I suddenly like missed? Ooh, nice pastry puff. That's what I also get caught up on, is I get to finally get caught up on the finish the season 1 of the Dungeon Meshi anime.
I have 3 episodes left. I need to finish.
Well, now because of my rule, I get to do I get to draw Laos a lot more.
That is very true. That is definitely
I'm
not
certainly
a bad
excited
thing.
about. Oh yeah.
Still waiting on Elias pop-up figure though.
Give me Laios! Why?
We have like 50 Marsils and no Laios.
Why? Yeah, Marcel, I love you. You're great. It's true. But my boy
has been neglected.
My man, my autistic child, please let him come home. I want him to come and eat his food over there. Hello, Nicole. Why is Laios not? I have a little boy. At this point, Ori's got to make her own freaking Laios merch. Will that be the driving force to get Ori to learn 3D? I don't know.
Possibly.
Honestly, I think the next...
Not unheard of.
I think the next stream sort of... I think we're gonna be moving to keeping with a lot more of these just like Ori's getting shit done streams, you know, and not really doing a lot of like games and stuff. And I think one of them is gonna be Ori rigs her freaking VTuber.
That has been on the back burner for a while.
It has been on the back burner for a very long time. And I really want to do it. I don't want to not do it. And I'm not going to go as ham as I had, you know, I'm not going to fully rig it, because I really have no use for an entirely rigged VTuber, if I'm being completely honest. You know, but I want to rig the torso so that the body works and does stuff. And that's it.
That's all you need.
Yes, so cute, Pastry Puff. Isn't it so cute and gay? They're so gay. I ship them so much.
It's so sweet.
The one Dungeon Meshi ship.
The only Dungeon Meshi ship.
I know that there's another Dungeon Meshi ship, but to me it's just funny and I don't really ship it.
The people going nuts for Laios Kabru.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Please.
Just the characterization for me is that it's like, I don't see him that way.
I mean, the one I do accept, like, okay, close to canon, is where Kabru is like, there was a comic someone made, and he goes to Laios and he goes, I want you, and Laios is like, is this love? And Kabru continues, in a petri dish, so I can study you and know what goes on in there. And Laios, like, it cuts back to him, and he's like, is this love or something else? Like, he's just so confused.
Yes.
It's like, heart, question mark.
That is a funny I remember you sending that to me.
Because it was too good. I'm like, okay, fine. If there's going to be Laios X Kabru, this is the only version.
Yeah, exactly. If I had to ship...
Just like, I want to be close to you, so I know what you are.
Yeah, how do you work?
How you tick.
I don't understand.
How do you function, good sir?
But if I had to ship cover with someone, it's Mithrun. It's too good.
Ah, welcome back, PCM.
PCM! But Nicole, how have you been? How are you doing?
Yes.
What, it's Friday for you, right?
Having a good lunch break?
Having a good lunch break on your Friday?
Yes, happy Friday. I will be very happy to go on vacation tomorrow.
I will be very happy.
I know it's not technically vacation, but this is the closest to a vacation I will get, so.
That's so good, Nicole! Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
Very nice, Nicole.
I'm sorry that we had to move Ace Attorney so you couldn't make it, Nicole. I'm so sorry.
Life stuff happened this week, and Friday was undoable for me.
Enjoy your pizza.
Ooh. Enjoy. That sounds so good. I had some brown noodles for dinner, and they were delish.
Nice. I was gonna make omurice for everybody, but Dylan's game came out, and he had a big lunch, and we had leftovers, so we were just lazy instead.
Simple night.
Watch opening with the Badgers? Nice.
Ah, awesome. That was the best part.
That was great. Honestly, my favorite homework so far, everyone's came out amazing. Oh my god.
Everyone freaking showed up.
Everybody ate. Everybody cooked, everybody ate. It was great. Did I not? No, I did. Okay. Weird.
I love the analogies now that are just like all food related.
It's my favorite thing ever.
I don't know if you saw this one, Ori. There was a Sayu one where he was talking with another Genshin Impact voice actor, and the poor guy was trying to tell like a Sino-esque joke to try like give him a taste of his own medicine, and he was stumbling and fumbling so hard, like he didn't know what he was saying. He tried to bail, and Sayu was just like, "Finish your food."
Yes,
finish your food.
Yes, I've seen that one. I've seen that one.
Oh,
it's with Chibi Sayu too.
Yes. It's so damn good.
It's so good.
Why did the finish your food?
No, honestly, that's my favorite slang. Just being able to, like, because it's come to the point where it's like, it doesn't have to be a thing that you've heard said before. If you can make it like an eating or cooking analogy, like you've succeeded in being hip with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I don't care if it's ever been said before, as long as I, like, make it done in a way that it's understandable with the vague understanding of what I mean by when it says eat, right? Like we're good. Like the amount of times I've messaged Mars shit that nobody else has ever said, right? Or at least nobody else that I've ever heard. But Mars is like right there with me. We're like, yeah. So
what was one of the best lines? Like you were saying something like, "They're showing me the food, but I can't use the menu."
Yes,
something like that.
Yes. Okay, now I have to go see if I can find anything in our chat. If I
definitely screenshotted that, but I don't know where it went. In the meantime, Pastry Puff, I absolutely want to hear about this Pokemon Windbreaker AU. Please, please.
Oh my god, I found it!
Oh my god.
I sit down at the Fairy Tale restaurant and they show me a menu with pictures of lots of yummy food. I order, but they bring me an empty plate that had the dish on it, but I don't get to eat. The restaurant looks really pretty and the appetizer and dessert is still good, but if I hadn't been eating at the restaurant since it opened, I wouldn't keep coming back.
I reply to
that. For the first one you said, but they have that one super good spicy dish that keeps you coming back. And then for this, after that I said the second part, you said, "Dude, these analogies are killing me. I'm trying so hard not to laugh."
This was probably in work at the time.
It was at like noon.
Oh yeah. And if that was in March, April, yeah, I would have been at my internship.
It was in April, yeah, beginning of April.
Oh my God.
I literally searched the word food in our Discord chat. And it's so funny. Dungeon Meshi asked her, "Time made the food better." What is this from? Oh, this is from Freerid, okay.
Ah. Oh no, but that was an actual,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no, that was an
time
actual
made the food better.
No, we talk about food a lot, but honestly,
do.
most of it is talking about, like, actual food relating to, shit.
Which is pretty damn hilarious.
What is this from? Oh, this is the Lu Guang short with the fast food, with the food in the delivery app.
Yeah.
Literally 90% of them are talking about, like, actual food in anime. I'm not joking.
Ori and I clearly have a taste.
Literally.
A type, if you will.
Yep, this is talking about food in our comic. This is talking about Dungeon Meshi.
What was that discussion we were having on Instagram the other day? We were deciding what drinks Lu Guang and Shushu,
which has to be drawn eventually. I know, we'll get there. I'll have a lot more time soon. I'm very excited. I hope to get a lot more fun fan art time and just art time soon. Basically, I got behind, but now with the new method, I'll be able to get ahead and do a lot more stuff, and I'm very excited. I'm very hopeful.
Yay!
Well, to be back to, like, the level of I had before, when I had all day, every day.
That would be quite nice.
Dylan calls it my second job, and it kind of is, but I do it because I do like it.
You gotta have something you're passionate about.
Well, I mean, if I could be honest, it would be just a comic, but I do enjoy the editing of the videos, because I do like getting to watch them again, and putting the memes in them. You know,
especially now that it's been streamlined.
It has definitely been more streamlined. It's great. Alright, we got lovely Pokemon Windbreaker AU.
Oh, it's here. It's ready.
Themed after every high school in the town is themed after a type. They enter the school, they're given a Pokemon of that type. Nice, nice.
Don't know what a Morpeko is, so I gotta look that up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay, oh, okay, yep.
That checks out.
That does check out. Eevee.
Sprigatito for Sakura. That's my favorite
cute.
starter of the new gen. I love Sprigatito. Even though he doesn't keep all four paws on the ground. It's fine. I'm fine.
Isn't it sad? Isn't it okay? We want the cat Pokemon to stay down, but
their four paws on the ground.
Why couldn't I have freaking Fuecoco stand up in the end? Like stay standing up? I'm sorry. I don't like the last one very much.
He got too heavy and he flopped over.
I don't like the last one very much. I don't even remember what it's called now, but it makes me sad. It's not as cool. If he was standing up, it would have been really cool.
If only. If only.
Ah, okay. Like it, pastry puff. Very fun. Fuecoco. Because Fuecoco's the one that I, like, want. But, this one's so much cooler. Isn't it sad when the fan art is so much cool? Look at this one.
I want to see.
Can I have this one, please?
Oh, that would have been awesome.
I want that one, please.
That one's nice. Give me Dino. Okay, chat. I gotta ask. Any Chikorita fans in there?
Chikorita's cute. And
I love Chikorita.
To me, it's definitely I'm for alligator for that grouping, but
I can see why. Alligator is very fun. But I don't know, Chikorita is just such a... He's so cute! And he's a dino!
Yes.
I can see Suo with a Snivy.
An Oddish into
I
Vile
feel like
Bloom?
I could
Okay.
also see Suo with a Medicham. Or a Mainfou. A Mainfu? A Mainfu.
Oh, yeah, I know which one that one is. Hajime! Yes, Megagermanium, however you say it.
I pronounce it Megagorium.
Is that that one? I thought it was Germanium. Is that the middle one I'm thinking of?
No, that's Bayleaf.
It's Meganium, it's like geranium. Meganium.
It autocorrect it? You patient?
Yeah, it autocorrected. I'm like, no. It's
Meganium.
It's like a flower. It's like a flower pun. Mars is like, I'm like, it's like a flower pun. Bayleaf, the middle one, yes.
Okay, I did get Bayleaf right. Chikorita, he's just a little bean with legs and a leaf.
He's a little bean with legs.
A little bean. Although, okay, I gotta be honest, guys. The reason I picked Chikorita my first time around, I was new to playing Pokemon. The only game I had played so far was Pearl, and I absolutely loved it. I knew the Gen 2 remakes were coming out, so I was like, okay, I'm getting Soul Silver. That one looks the coolest, and God, Gen 4 was the best generation. We got the best spin-off games.
I love Gen 4.
We got the best mainstream games. We got the best accessories. Like,
I was so spoiled by starting at Gen 4, man.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Or you had a Pokewatch, right? That little clip-on that came from it.
Yes.
God, that was the best
though.
apparatus. Mine died too. I don't even know where it is anymore.
No, it's gone.
I'm pretty sure I had a Pokemon still on it.
Spoiled with Gen 4.
Wore that thing every day to school so I could like get the steps and like raise the eggs and train up my Pokemon and have them with me throughout the day.
Yes,
God,
Major Pop,
I friggin' loved it. But I specifically remember this one commercial that played that advertised it. And it always started with this little boy. He was sitting on the couch, he's playing the game, and he goes, "Oh man, not my Chikorita!" I don't know why. That just
stuck with you.
It's a core memory. It's stuck with me. That's the one thing I remember about Gen 4. And when I went to pick my starter, I was like, I want Chikorita. So I tried it because I wanted to feel like the boy in the commercial. It's like, he's having so much fun. If I act like him, I'll have fun too. Oh man, not my Chikorita.
See, I had...
Mom's like, why are you talking like that?
I chose for Alligator, and this I remember vividly. I chose for Alligator because way when I was younger, my two older cousins... were
themed instead of fighting
into the trading card game, and so at one point we were at a shop and they like got trading card packs, and so I got one too, like a booster pack or whatever, and I had no idea what was going on. I just got one because like, they ain't gonna leave me out, the parents, right? So I got one, and I remember then at some point, I don't even know how I got it, where it came from, whatever, but at some point I got a Japanese card Croconaw. So I have a Japanese Croconaw, and I thought that was the coolest, like, rarest shit, because it's not like I knew about trading. I think I still have it, but it's not like I knew about, like, trading card, like, the rarity of the cards and shit, and nobody else had a fucking Japanese Croconaw, so it was like, awesome! And that's why I picked for Alligator, because I really liked Croconaw, because he was my cool card.
So we both have lore for why we chose the Pokemon we chose.
Yeah, that makes sense, Spaceship Puff.
I gotta say...
And Food and Aggression, because of the trees!
Actual Gen 4 starters, like Piplup, Turtwig, Chimchar, that was the hardest pick for me. I remember first playing the game. I started with Chimchar, got to the Rock Gym, was having a terrible time, and you know it's my first Pokemon game, so I'm like, why can't I beat this? So I actually restarted the game. I picked Piplup.
Yeah,
and I was like, you know, this is better because now I get to be like Dawn from the TV show.
I picked Piplup. I think I just thought he was the cutest. A little penguin. He's very round.
He's so adorable.
It's so funny.
I was very happy with my Empoleon.
Oh yeah.
Like, no
and
regrets
Water
by
Steel
then.
is such a cool typing, man.
It's so good.
So good. I didn't even realize this, but I realize now that I was definitely like a water girly at the beginning.
I definitely started out with water type. I think my favorite types
Squirtle.
now are actually bug type. I really like bug type. What other type do I really like?
Ooh, nice.
Fighting types are very fun. I do like fighting types. And electric types. Bug and electric, I think, are my favorites.
I don't think I can narrow down to a type. I played so much, like I EV trained, I played so much like Smogon that it was just like, you had to have like a lot of different types. So like my favorite Pokemon are like all over the place. Like my top like 6 list is like Snorlax, Sigilyph, Electivire is really great.
Oh, Electivire is so good.
I think who else I usually had on my team. You know what? I literally probably in my freaking like Google Docs have my saved team that I could input back into like the Pokemon fight website if I ever wanted to. Because they tell you to like back it up and we were like really into it. So it was like, yeah, I'm backing it up. And I think I still have it.
Lesson learned. So off the top of my head, Absol top tier. I adore Absol. He's great. He's amazing. I like Levani a lot. That's another one. Maybe a tie between Levani and Scolipede for favorite bug. Luxray. Oh my god, I'm so biased. Favorite electric. Like, I'm sorry. I love the big electric cat. It's just good vibes. Weavile, another favorite.
Oh, yes, I had a Weavile. I love Weavile.
I don't know if I could pick a favorite ice type, though. It would be between Weavile and Frostlass. Because Frostlass just has such a good design. And then, what are the other types? Fire type is kind of...
Blaziken!
Blaziken is good. I never played with Blaziken, though.
Oh, love Blaziken. Blaziken was
I went for
Mudkip starter
in my 3rd gen. And even then it was the 3rd gen remake. Altaria is a fun bird. I like Altaria. Fluffy cloud bird. That is somehow also a dragon.
Yes, Pastry Puff! We love it! We love to see it! Yes, 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 yes!
Oh, that is nice.
That's the stuff.
That's very, very nice.
Gotta get all those references in there.
Zoroark, also a really good
Zoroark is good. You know what I love? Lycanroc. Lycanroc has a special place in my heart.
Let's see, Lycanroc. Oh, I know the fire type I like. Arcanine. How did I forget it?
Oh, Arcanine's good. Arcanine's good. I love Blaziken. Cyndaquil's also good, even though that's not the one I picked. The starter I picked. But Cyndaquil is also good.
You know, I did try a playthrough with Cyndaquil. You got the job done.
I love Gengar. Gengar's great.
Gengar is cool.
Suo has an Abra? Okay, I can see it. I can see it.
Ooh, I could definitely see that. In terms of psychic types, I gotta go Espeon. Probably my favorite.
I mean,
overall
Sigilyph,
evolution.
obviously. Sigilyph, my boy.
I'm trying to think. There's also Rock type. What's my favorite Rock type Pokemon? I feel like that's so much harder. can't remember them all off the top of my
Rock
head.
is hard on my brain. Because ground.
There's also ground
Yeah.
type too, and they kind of blend in my head.
Yeah, they do blend in my head. Ooh, okay. Like it, pastry puff. Like it.
All right, I see.
God, why can't I think of any rock that I like? Any rock types that I like?
Where's the rock that I like?
Well, I know actual rocks that I like. That's easier. Goodness.
I'm looking it up. Rock type Pokemon.
I'm trying not to cop out.
Well, because I know Geodude and I know Onyx.
No, Geodude's ground.
But I can't think of anything else. No, Geodude is also rock.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure he's dual type.
That what I'm uncertain about.
Rock ground Pokemon.
All right.
I just looked it up.
Okay.
Oh, Kabuto. I forgot he's a rock type. I don't play with him though.
Oh, Lycan Rock is rock, obviously. Duh.
Oh, there you go.
Idiot.
There's yours.
Idiot Ori. Duh.
I did play with an Aurorus in
Ooh, Tyrantrum is
X
fun
and Y.
though too.
Ooh. Okay, that one's pretty cool. Aggron is also neat, but I've never played with one. I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite rock type. It's just not a type I use very often.
Venusaur, Sawsbuck. Ooh, Sawsbuck, nice. Meganium. Arbolivia is not in my head. Lilligant, I know, and neither is Hydrapple? I don't think.
Oh, is that the apple Pokemon?
Is that the apple dragon
apple
one?
pie Pokemon?
Arbolivia is great. Are they
I'm
like
looking up
olives?
Arbolivia.
Ooh, I like them. They're cute.
Arbolivia.
They are olives! Oh my god, I love it. Great.
Ooh, Arbolivia looks really cool. I like
I
that.
do like
the
that
branch is like a
That's a Gen
globe?
9 one I really like.
Oh, that's good.
That's a Gen 9 one I really like.
Somebody cooked here. Wait.
Smoliv!
Oh, it is Final Form.
Arbolivia! Oh, I love it.
Smoliv. Oh my gosh.
Lopunny, Zora, Beware.
Someone might look at this and say it's a
Ambipom.
Sunkern ripoff.
No.
This is superior to Sunkern.
No. Yeah, Sunkern just because the sunflower. Zangoose, Solrock. Ooh, Zangoose. Love it, nice. Rocky Ferrothorn. Created. Oh, nice. Okay, good. Love that. Just not only Himichan, Ludicolo. Yes.
Pastry Puff,
so
how
good.
long have you been thinking about this?
A while, I'd have to assume.
The
Yes, had
effort
to have
shows.
Togekiss in there.
Oh, had to.
Nice.
Togekiss, that's another favorite of mine.
Jumpluff, Whimsicott. And... Oh.
Can't believe I forgot about Togekiss.
Morlul. A Mushroom Boy. Interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely not up in my Gen 9 Pokemon because I have yet to play the game.
I want them to fix the glitches first before I play.
I got it for Christmas, so...
I know that'll never happen.
I'll probably play it when they announce the next Pokemon game, as I have done every time.
Or you can report back to me when you're ready.
I will certainly let you know in the 2 more years before they announce the next Pokemon game.
Perfect. Squidward. Good.
Snivy.
I never understood the Snivy hate. I thought
Yeah,
Snivy
I don't know
was
what about the
cool.
hate. I picked Snivy. We love Snivy here.
I went with
And Styles
Oshawott.
Snivy.
He was just so damn cute.
If you're in the ether out there. That was my second one, so in my White 2 playthrough, I did Oshawott.
That was one of the rare ones where 2 legs went to 4 legs.
Yeah. And now you have Fuecoco too, which makes me sad.
Yeah, that was rough, buddy. Okay, question, Ori. Which gen had your least favorite starters?
Least favorite starters. That's tough.
I know, that's why I asked.
Let's go look at all of them so I can remember what gen everyone is from. Okay, this did not give me what I wanted. Okay. Like Gen 1. Gen 2's adorable. Yes, fun Gen 3. I do love my Piplup. Okay. Okay, I have to remember your final evolution. And then I have to remember the other one's final evolution. Okay, you're alright. What was your... I think I remember these guys. Yeah. This is tough. I'm gonna have to say I think Gen 9 is my least favorite.
Gen 9 was...
Sprigatito, Quaxley, and Fuecoco. They're starter, they're like starter, you know, first evolution forms, really cute. But I feel like none of them captivate me at the end. You know what I'm saying? Usually I like to wait until the things come out because I like to see the final evolution, and that's what I pick my starter based off. Which one's the coolest final evolution? And I feel like all of them kind of disappoint me a little bit in Gen 9. Well, there's disappointments I have in every other generation. There's still, like, one clear, like, I like this one, you know? I just... None of them are like, I want to be this one. You know what I'm saying?
I could see that. Okay.
You want to ask what Pokemon to pick if you want to make something akin to a D&D party of 6? So you want to do like a healer? You want to do like a fighter?
Healer is Chansey.
I would do, I love Weavile. They give Thief real hard, in my opinion. They're very fast. They're very all that. Yeah, healer is Chansey or Miltank. Those are 2 good ones.
Oh, Miltank's also good.
It's not really paladins. A fighter?
I mean, mage? Delphox is literally meant to be a mage.
Yeah, Delphox is basically a mage. What's a good, like, Pokemon that looks punchy and is punchy? I mean, you know, Machamp could be a good fighter. There's a lot of punchy Pokemons. What is that? 4 now we're at? So we need two more roles to fill. What are 2 more other good roles to fill? I can't picture... I mean, you could do Aegislash as, like, Paladin.
I was about to say...
It's literally swords. Yeah, Mega Audino is very pretty. And then what's another... Because there's not a lot of, like...
Oh! Archer, how about the final evolution of Rowlet?
That works. Decidueye, right? I think that's what it is.
Thank you, that's it.
Ooh, Surfetched is a good one.
I
You're
forgot
right,
about
Surfetched. I
Surfetched.
forgot, because that's a newer one. Yeah, Decidui. That one's good. Weavile gives really good rogue vibes. I think you could also do Thievel gives just thief vibes, literally, in the name. There's a fair amount of rogue Pokemon. Ooh, isn't Gallant? That's right. Not Gardevoir, it's Gallant, right?
Yeah.
That's very knight-like.
Gallade.
Gallade, that's what it is, Gallade. Bisharp is also very knight-coded as well.
Bisharp definitely is.
So there's a bunch of knight-coded ones there as well.
Would Scrafty be the barbarian of the group?
I feel like barbarians would go to more like what the cat became, the fire cat became. Or Halucha.
I could see Halucha.
What's the name of those purple and red knight ones from Gen 9? I don't know. Red
knight one. Problem is I never played Gen 9.
Yep, Knight Pokemon Gen 9. Oh, well, they're really cool. Armarouge and Cerulege. They don't feel like Pokemon, but they are very cool, but they don't feel like Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? They feel like people in cool armor.
Okay, now I'm curious. I want to find them.
Oh, then there's literally Corviknight.
Oh, Cerulege, you said?
Yeah, Cerulege and Armarouge, because it's red and violet. There, you get one versus based on which one you get, like Lycanroc.
It's very cool.
But they don't feel like Pokemon, right? They just feel like cool characters.
Mega Man character.
They look like people too much. You know, and that's saying something. There are definitely like people Pokemon, but they never don't feel like Pokemon. These just feel like people in cool armor.
No, these literally look like they're from Mega Man. Like Mega Man X specifically. It looks like if I fight them, they'll drop their attack and then I can use it against the next boss.
I can see Cubone.
I could see Cubone or Marowak.
Yeah.
I feel like that checks out.
What's the one that pulls around all the pillars? Ooh. Conkeler?
What about Honedge?
Honedge becomes Aegislash. Yeah. Conkeldurr, they like literally carry around like pillars and stuff. That gives big barbarian vibes as well.
Oh, that does. I was so sad when my cute little rodent evolved into that thing. Like, oh, ew, why?
I have to look this one up. Tikatun.
Oh, I know that one. I feel like everyone loved that one.
Oh, it has the big hammer pink thing. Okay.
Amy Rose the Pokemon.
Yeah. Tinkatun, there it is. Alright. There, that makes more sense now. Yeah. Big hammer Pokemon.
Now we need the big laser Pokemon.
Yeah, there's not a lot of like magic Pokemon, I feel. Like fairy kind of, but I still don't feel like any of them are as mages like Delphox. Like that's kind of it, you know?
Meowstic? I hope I'm remembering the name correctly. Gen 6, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah. It just doesn't feel as vibey, you know?
As quite.
Yeah.
Whereas Delphox is like...
Delphox is literally, I'm a mage. Like, I have a wand, you know? Like, very like that. Meowstic, you know, is obviously like, you know, play on mystic, but I don't feel like it gives mage as much as, like, fun psychic Pokemon, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely not as much. What other psychic Pokemon are
Misdreavus? Mismagus.
Ooh, Miss Drevis and Miss Magus.
Mismagus, because it's like a wizard hat and everything.
Mismagus
That's a
was
good one.
me.
Mismagus. Is there a fighter-based water Pokemon? We want water fighter thing.
A water fighter.
Yeah, so that's the big one, Mismagus. That's the other magic-y one, I feel. That's like super magic-y.
That totally works.
Water Pokemon. Let's see them all. Remind myself. Blah, blah, blah. Something that's fightery. I mean, my Clawitzer is like a beam, though, not a punchy.
Not exactly what we're looking for, huh?
No. Poliwrath does the fists. You know, he's got boxing glove fists things.
Oh! How could we forget Lucario?
Ooh, yeah, Lucario. Greninja is literally ninja. Was dumb.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I know the Chespin line is technically meant to be the warrior of the lineup.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really it. Barkle, yeah, Barnacle. Swampert I didn't really feel gives fighter. But Barbarnacle, yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
That's a tongue twister.
Yeah. Where is he? I just saw him. Okay, I see what you got there, Roval. I will say, unfortunately, Roval, if you're trying to actually build this, like, in a Pokemon game, you won't be able to.
We basically pull Pokemon from so many other gens.
Well, also, like, a few of them are starters from different gens and stuff, so it's just like, but if you're just going for vibes...
Unless you have someone to trade with you.
If you're just going for vibes, though, we can. I hope we're helping.
Oh, Houndoom. Houndoom is pretty fun. Although I wish he was stronger.
I helped though. All right, I'm glad.
I remember him being a bit of a glass cannon when I used him on my team.
No, you know the Pokemon that there's two Pokemon that always like will stick in my heart as like, wow, you were more impressive than I expected. When I played Red, Almanite fucking somehow like beat the Elite Four like on his own, and he was kind of low level. He really fucking held. I was very impressed. That one was wild. And then, Clawitzer, I built so well because Clawitzer's whole thing is, like, being, like, special attack with the beams. And I made sure he had 4 different typed beams. And so, he, like, swept the Elite Four.
Dang. Nice job.
Well, because it's like, I have Dragon Beam, kills all the dragon, you know, one. I have, like... Fighting Beam kills the ghost, whatever it was. You know, I had super effective on, like, every single one. And since he was, like, built for that, it was, like, they're extra effective even more. So, yeah. That I remember.
I remember having a Nidoqueen that was constantly like doing well in battle. She must have just had really good stats on her. I was too young to like think to even check them, but I was like, ooh, we're one-shotting everything.
I gotta say, I have... My favorite Pokemon experience involves Gen 5, and it's solely because of the timing. And what I mean by that is that Gen 5 came out at a time where I was like into Pokemon enough, and my friends were into it at a higher level, that they taught me about like EV training and like all of this sort of like higher level Pokemon play stuff that I got really into. And so in Gen 5, I EV trained nearly an entire team. I 5 out of 6 Pokemon I EV trained at the end. I had gotten into it, and I, normal classic, like I got their eggs and everything, like all the way down. I EV trained them. I didn't get perfect IVs because that's a lot of work, but I EV trained them. And I got like, their move sets and everything. I used Smogon and all this sort of stuff. And I had basically a whole team. So when Black and White 2 came out, and they were the same gen, so that meant you could trade Pokemon within the games without having to transfer them over and lose them from your, base game forever, and keep them in the newer game. I was like, this is great. And on top of that, the 3DS was the new thing now, so I got White 2 and the 3DS. So now I had 2 DSs. I had Black and I had White 2, and in my Black I had a nearly fully EV trained team. Now, unfortunately, the lowest level one was like level 27 or something, so I couldn't use him right away. But after beating the first gym with my original Pokemon, I was able to trade in my Scrafty, which was my lowest level EV trained Pokemon. And he fucking swept. I'm not joking. I went to that next gym, 1-hit KO every single Pokemon. Wasn't even a chance. Didn't even have a chance. There's no question. Didn't even have to, stab or, super effective. Nothing. He just fucking worked it. Every single one. Bam, 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 bam. His moves was like, he had some sort of punch. Let's look on Smogon and see what the Scrafty movesets were. For Black and White. That does look like what I gave him. I don't think it was definitely not with rest.
This would be such a good way to wrap up tonight.
Okay, I think his moveset was high jump kick, crunch, ice punch, and drain punch. I believe, and he had a choice band, nature adamant. I believe that was his set.
Oh, dang, those are insane.
Yeah. You have to breed and do all this crazy stuff. Either that or he had Dragon Dance instead of Drain Punch. That might have been it. Which is still also good. I think I'm actually remembering correctly. He had Dragon Dance. So he was Dragon Dance, High Jump Kick, Crunch, and Ice Punch. That's what he was. And
nice.
So then that next gym I traded over, like, my next Pokemon that I could now control in the game. And again, we're just sweeping. Had no fear of battles. They were over in 2 seconds because just 1-hit KO, nothing was hard. I beat that game in less than 24 hours because I didn't need to grind. I didn't need to do any work. There was no struggle. There's nothing. I understood super effectiveness, and I had an EV trained team, and it was amazing.
Just blew through it.
I'll never forget. I'll never forget. But, as Mars said, with that, it is that time of night, everyone. We will be wrapping up, and for those who don't know, we will be going on a break for next week. There will be no streams next week. I know. I'm sorry. You will all be missed, as I hope you will miss us as well. But I promise we'll still be all on the Discord. Well, I don't know about Dylan, but Ori and Mars will be on the Discord, definitely. Not nearly as much, but still a lot, and you'll probably get a lot of Ace Attorney art stuff, other anime art stuff, and probably just a lot more art in general, because that's what Ori will be doing. Traditional sketchbook
Vacations
art
are nice.
stuff.
We're working on art.
So, yep. That'll be that, so we'll still be around, but just no official streams. Otherwise, thank you all for coming out. Have a lovely weekend. Have a lovely last week of June, since we will not be seeing you. There will still be the normal YouTube content and everything else coming out. But yes, we'll see you in July. Yeah, this is kind of wild. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great night. And we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Take care. We'll see you next month.